What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, dude?
Man, vibed out. You know how we do. First day of school was today, so it's been a long day, but it's been a good day. You know, everything went well. But with that also being the case, it also means that baseball is back in play, fall ball. So just throwing it out there early. We got the hard 6:30 tonight. All right. Big man, well, little big man got his, he got to go to work today. He got to, get out there on the mound. So I got to make sure I'm in attendance. Okay. It's a practice, but it all matters. Just throwing it out there. See, I figure I get that out there early, then it makes it like less awkward at the end.
Yeah. I think we have a good strategy for today's show.
I hope so.
We have many forks in the road, directions we could take this, but I think we have a good plan.
Yo, it's a great situation that we've developed, with the chat and stuff like that, where we have our own topics, but then obviously y'all are awesome in terms of your participation. So y'all have topics. And then because we're such an interactive show, it's like we got 1,000 topics every day. So it's a great situation, but at times we do get a little backed up. So today we're going to make an effort to catch up with everything that we left on the table on Monday. Super chats, phone lines. We also got to hit up the homie Terence Garvin, locker mate. Got to talk to him a little bit about what's going on with the Steelers preseason and this inside linebacker situation as well. And we can't forget Backyard Brawl coming up. Got to hear what he's thinking right now. It's getting closer.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good vibe. But how things on your end? I see you repping. I like it. I like the energy.
I knew TG was on today, and I also know that we're getting closer and closer to the backyard.
Yes, sir.
Brawl.
Yes, sir.
So I had to rock something Pitt.
I like that, man.
Can't go wrong with this ugly-ass gold jersey, but as time has gone on, I actually think it's a cool-looking gold jersey.
The longer it goes on, the better it is.
Right,
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I'm definitely digging that gold on you, man. It's a vibe. So, yeah, man. And you got the clean Pirates hat, rolling with it again. Let's go, man.
Yeah, everything's good on my end, especially seeing that we got a new quarterback in the building.
Yeah.
Over at practice. Actually, the best quarterback at practice was there, not wearing a Steeler jersey.
Oh. Who's in attendance? You want to tell?
That goes by the name of Ben Roethlisberger.
Ah, fair enough.
So spirits are high right now.
Fair enough. And I did want to throw out the little heads up for the people that are here right now. I forgot, bro. I did have the stream scheduled for 4:10 because I was anticipating a little bit of delay coming from the school. You know what I mean? And I was like, let me adjust that real quick. But we in here now, so it is what it is, baby. Everybody else will catch on when they catch on. But we are a little bit early.
Okay.
But it's all good either way, though, man.
No, definitely.
I like it, though, man.
No time like the present.
Come on, baby. Talk about it now. Absolutely, man. But so 7 was at practice today.
Yeah, did you see it?
I did not. No, I told you, bro.
Videos.
I was like all over the place this morning, bro. Like between the school stuff, radio show, prep. It was like, all right, we back picking them up. Let's go. Yeah, I have not checked it out just yet, bro.
Yeah, there's some people reporting that the best quarterback was there at practice and not wearing a Steelers jersey. Some people are reporting that.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look into this.
You go on chilling with Deke's Twitter. That's where you're going to hear it from.
He low-key probably is still got it, though, huh? Which I know you.
I was just waiting for it. I was waiting to see a little
Just
throwing
throw one pass.
competition.
What did he look like? Did he look like he still had it physique-wise?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Developing a little bit of a gut. That doesn't mean he still can't go out there and sling it.
Just a little bit. Is it like a lot of pudge? Just like
No.
Okay,
He could play. No.
Okay.
Yeah, he could
Fair
play.
enough.
Trust me.
Just
Yeah,
check. I ain't know because like you said, you saw. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he can play. And apparently Pickett said he wasn't able to talk to Ben after practice. Like, Ben left before they were able to get any conversation. But Pickett said, I'll just text him. But you know what that tells me?
Old habits die hard?
No. The winners don't need to talk. The dudes that know how to win, they're gamers. They don't need to talk.
You said he bounced on him early, huh?
No.
Kenny got to learn, bro. You catch 7 when 7 working, man. Catch him when he's working.
No.
I'm with you, bro. I'm on your team.
No, it's not like that. It's just like there's just that mutual. You ever hear Kobe talk of like
facts.
Hey, whenever there's like elite business people or elite people in whatever their professions, like I don't gotta talk to them all the time.
No, I'm with you on that.
So that's what it's like with Pickett and Ben. It's like you know what, he didn't have to go out of his way to talk to Ben. It's just winners recognize winners from across the room.
Of course.
That's it. So,
however we need to spin that thing, you know it's gonna work like that. So all good.
I told you all the signs are there. The dilly from Ben, Kenny Pickett, first beer after that Clemson win. Was Bud Light. That was the whole iconic line. He's like, I'm going to go home, grab a cold one.
I would agree. And your investigative journalism found out what it was. So salute you for that as well.
That's what I'm saying. I needed to find out.
Come on
I needed to.
I agree, man. I definitely agree.
And it just goes hand in hand with us drafting them and being the heir
They
to
both
7.
got similar nicknames: Big Ben, Big Ken. Yeah, both were single digits, 7, 8. I'm with you, bro. Both wear gloves. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Everything is in order, bro. I'm with you, 100%, man.
Yeah, I don't think people give Ben enough credit for the amount of times he wore 2 gloves.
Yeah,
It
he's
wasn't
a glove
common,
guy.
but it was usually later in the season.
Right.
It got colder.
That's like a thing, though. You could wear it when it's cold. They just never seen it outside of like Teddy Bridgewater when it was like, 90 degrees.
Kurt
outside.
Warner, I guess, in his late stages with the
They
Cardinals.
was in the dome, though, weren't they? If I remember correctly. No, they weren't in the dome, were they?
With the Cardinals, I don't know why he just
don't
started
know.
wearing gloves.
Yeah, you're
But he
right.
was tearing it up.
He definitely did. Like, and that's when he had like the bulky big cleats and everything. Yeah, that was old Kurt Warner. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But no, dude, everything's good on my end. How about you? You got any school stories from today?
Nah, man. Everything was good. The
Any
kids
tears?
made it. They
any
got back.
crying?
Nah.
Wife?
Neither me nor wifey were crying. No.
Smiles.
It was like
Kids
mixed.
are out of the house.
It was kind of mixed because like we actually like I think we're like the minority. We enjoy our kids being home like all the time around us. So like it's a vibe for us. You know what I mean? So when they leave, it's kind of weird. Like, dang, man, we empty nesters. So that was always fun too. You know what I mean? Shout out to the empty nesters out there. You know. So it was a vibe either way. Either way, it works out well, man. Yeah, but other than that, no, nothing crazy on my end. So I think we've given the people enough time. You know,
Ran into a school bus on the way over
you
here.
didn't literally.
No,
run.
didn't-
Okay, I was
didn't-
gonna say, Lord, Jesus,
didn't hit one.
Don't
It
do that,
was-
Deke. Not on the first day, baby. Not
It was
the first
more
day.
of them slowing me up trying to get here.
No, that's real. That definitely happens around this time. Yes. Hence the reason why I had it at 4:10 and not 4:00 because
That was a
usually
fair
I get
assessment.
stopped.
That was a fair
Absolutely, bro.
assessment
I
right there.
always get. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get caught behind a bus. I always do. Yeah. Today just worked out. But with that being said, man, let's get this show officially started the way that we always do. So let us know where you are tuning in from. We will give you those big boy shout outs.
All right, Jacob Alessio. He's always in the house early. 919NC. Have the wife with me at work. She's
Okay.
feeling a lot better.
Good.
It's good. The
No,
prayers are
salute that.
working.
Absolutely.
Just wanted to shout her out.
Definitely love to hear that, man.
Yeah, we like that update. Thank you. All right, I'm not seeing. No. We got a couple more.
Oh, yeah, they
in.
coming in now.
Jar Devil.
Steelers Girl 517, you're not late. None of y'all are late. We just started early. That's all. Y'all good, though?
Jar Devil's coming in from San Pedro, California, the 310. Bart Basquiato, 805 Thousand Oaks, California.
Let's get it.
And we got Mason S, the 315, CNY, Central New York. Is that what he means?
I was wondering. I was like, I actually never heard of CNY.
Probably.
It's got to be Central New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what else would be CNY?
I don't know.
It's got to be.
Rod Dulles, 330, Youngstown, Ohio. Share line, baby.
You know he going to rep.
Gabriel Vasquez, Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh. Hey,
Yingling
now.
Mo. Oh, I thought it was Australia. He said the 321, Melbourne, Florida. In the house. I thought it was Melbourne, Australia.
You're
for a
right.
second.
You're right. I see what you're saying. Let me hop in here real quick. I got Michael Tiger, the 215 Philly, Q610 Allentown, PA. Can't forget Philip McCracken, the 570 Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre. Is that how you say it?
Wilkes-Barre.
Wilkes-Barre, right?
Wilkes-Barre,
Yeah.
Scranton.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said that thing right there. John Easton, the 619, San Diego, Booyaka. I hear you, baby. And Daryl Slike. I think that's how he says his last name, the 757 Hampton, VAAKA, the Carib. And I got to also my man Micah Hemp, the 814 Johnstown, PA, baby. And I will end on this. Rich Edwards, Cardiff, Wales.
Nice.
I've never been there. Have you been to Wales?
Neither have
What time would you say it is in Wales?
I. +5, that's 9:10.
Okay.
It's late.
Okay. I like that.
It's probably a good time to
Bro,
be
you're
watching
on the
the
money
show.
with this thing. Yo, how do you always know the time?
I just know
I
that
just don't get
area,
it.
United
How do you
Kingdom,
always
it's
know the time?
+5 hours.
How? It's just like how,
That's not
bro.
hard to remember.
No, it
You're
is
giving
hard
me
to
too
remember.
much credit.
No, bro, because I don't remember it, so I think it's fascinating. I'm over here like, bro, I get it wrong every time.
All right, I got to read a few more of these
All
right
right.
here.
Then
Moats
after
Daddy,
that- oh, hey now.
your burner.
Hey, now.
501 Searcy, Arkansas.
Hey now.
John
Let's go.
Easton.
Let's go.
Did you already say this one? San Diego, Booyaka?
I
think
did,
you
but
did.
either way,
We'll
we
give
got
him-
Eddie Spaghetti. He Cali, so keep it on the west side. We ain't tripping no way or the other.
All right, last one then. Holden Monroe, 412, Pittsburgh, baby.
Let's get it. All right, so The way we're going to do this thing, man, we're going to catch up on the supers that we had last show, and then we'll start up on these ones over here. So, since we are a little bit early, did the pictures finally send through?
Yeah.
So we're good?
Yes. You know which one they started off with?
It's whatever one you want to start with, bro. It's 5 pictures, I think it is.
Okay.
So, yeah, just work in order.
Kind of want to... I'm going to airdrop these to my computer. It'll be easier.
I'm about to say, however you need to do it, you know.
Well, I don't think my computer's popping up.
Oh, Lord. Hit Deke, go hit technology. Oh, man.
Is it this Wi-Fi?
Oh, man. The stream, we still good stream, man. Come on, man.
All right, we're good.
By the time your airdrop hit, the actual stream start time is going to happen. In fact, it just passes 4:11 now. So we're here. We're good, man. We're in the building.
Listen, dude, I'm good. I can read them off my phone. It's not like I haven't done it before. I mean, I've sometimes read the YouTube chat off my phone.
You definitely
when I forgot
have
once or twice I completely forgot my laptop.
Accurate. This is very accurate, man.
Okay. This is Turn Tavern. Representing Steeler Nation.
You don't want to make it bigger for yourself?
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right.
I'll just pull it up closer to my eyes.
Whew.
Representing Steeler Nation in the Dominican Republic. I'm taking back all the shit I talked about KP post-draft.
Okay.
I liked his quick reads under pressure, better than Mitch. I still have a soft spot for Rudolph, though.
Okay. I can relate to that. I can dig that.
Steeler Nation on fire. I was hoping Kenny was going to play a bit of the third. I think we both did. We agreed
absolutely,
with that.
man.
But Mason came in. When I saw Mason in the game, I turned off the game.
He said, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what he has to say. It's unfortunate. He missed a good finish, though. He should have stayed. Should have kept it on.
Oh, yeah.
Should have kept it on.
I guess he didn't have a bet on the game.
That'll change it. Yeah.
J-Mac 609. Did you welcome him to the upper room yesterday?
I have not. You said J-Mac 619?
609.
J-Mac 609. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. There it is.
That's a good question. JMC. What are we going to do about the double numbers like Casey and Snow? Obviously, Snow had it first, so Casey's going to have to
get a different number.
Correct?
Yes, that's how it works.
And there's a lot more doubles as well.
Yeah. That is, something that I did see a lot of this year. But the way it works, man, the person who has currently been on the roster with that number the longest keeps the number. The double number individual goes and finds somebody else's number from the available number aisle, which will have a lot more numbers available in about, a week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then you pick whatever number you want of the remaining numbers. Yes, that's how that works.
Farron Bradford. What do you guys attribute to Bush playing so slow? Why is he playing like he has zero confidence? It's frustrating because rookie Bush was a dude. That's all we're asking for is rookie Bush. At least. We want more than that, but
yeah.
At least for just a comeback season, just to get back on the rails, right?
Yeah, true. To me, man, I think it's just that processing element of it, man. Taking what you see on film and then actually implementing it on the field. For some guys, it isn't as natural. It isn't as, I guess, easy to come across. And it's looking like Devin is one of them dudes, apparently, just based on what we're seeing on tape. Because he's in the right position, at least in that Jaguars game he was doing some positive things. But when you're talking about the finished product of actually making plays, that's where the disconnect sort of speaks, or sort of is for him. And we saw that in the first preseason game where you see him in perfect position, but he doesn't, shoot his gun and actually make the tackle. So it's things like that where it's like, man, you just ask yourself, man, at what point do you start to question if this guy, if that's just his Achilles heel? So we'll see, man. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping that, things will get better for him. But just based on what we've been seeing on tape, it hasn't been as consistent as we would like.
All right, that was Farron Bradford. Steeler Nation on fire. Should the Steelers give Miles Jack a longer deal?
They say, go ahead, lock him up now.
With the Pirates.
Go ahead, lock him up now. We've seen enough. I think in due time they'll extend him if it needs to be.
Yeah, wait till after the year.
Yeah, because it's kind of like with the Joe Schobert thing last year. Like, we could have jumped the gun early with that as soon as we brought him in, the excitement around it, but we saw how it worked out in the end, where even though he didn't play bad, it wasn't enough where we would have felt comfortable extending him. And that was part of the reason why we allowed him to leave and Devin Bush to stay. When we talked about both of those players and the contracts and stuff like that, part of that was, the money that was already shelled out to him and stuff. So with Miles, I think you just take that. You got time. Just wait at least this year,
Yeah, Schobert's dead cap on his deal, too, was 0.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was like,
he had like a mega
rid of
deal.
Him free.
Yeah, he had to...
If I keep him, I got to pay him, was it 10?
Something
it was like close to 10 or something around that number. So it was like, yo, I don't want to have to do that if I'm still questioning who's, going to be the guy going forward, because obviously we had a lot higher expectations for Devin Bush, during that time frame.
Fan Bradford. If I'm Omar, I'm calling about Seattle's inside linebacker Jordan Brooks.
Man, that is not happening, bro.
And Chiefs inside linebacker Nick Bolton.
What?
Also, Carolina's left tackle Brady Christensen and Philadelphia's guard Dickerson. Let's make moves.
I don't think you want to make them moves, because what you're going to have to give up to get them dudes. Jordan Brooks, that's who Seattle is banking on being a dude. So you're going to be giving up something nice. Brady Christensen, similar concept in terms of what he does to the offensive line in Carolina. And then Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton was starting.
Didn't they just draft Dickerson last year,
absolutely.
too? He was a center. Did they move him to guard?
Yeah, but all these dudes are like within like the first 2 years of their careers, man. Like, teams ain't just giving up them for nothing now, unless you're trying to give up seconds and potentially first-round picks. I think that's a different conversation when you're talking about, non-quarterbacks. I'm not a fan of non-quarterbacks going over there and you giving up top draft picks like that for them, man.
You know what? I will say this. The two teams that would make sense out of those four would be Seattle and Carolina if they start pretty rough. If
I would agree.
The record's not that good, you know what? Maybe... Like you said, if he's Omar, he makes the call.
Yeah.
I'm not saying those teams pick up or there's any serious deals, but if he's Omar, he's making some calls. Some OT calls. Putting in that extra time.
I like it.
Steel Nation on fire. Connor Hayward, jet sweep. Thoughts? I'm good on that.
Yeah. When I think jet sweep, I think of like a Steven Sims, obviously a Claypool. I think of like speed. Gunner is probably like the end for me when it comes to like the jet sweeps, just in terms of like speed rise. I don't think Connor is as fast or elusive to have that type of impact on a jet sweep, because it's that short area quickness. You got to be able to make a guy miss in a hurry and get north and south in a hurry. To me, that's not Connor's game in that type of box. I think if you're talking about him in the flat or him, catching the ball in the open field, it's a different conversation in terms of him being elusive. But jet sweep, that's a different animal right there.
Fish Momentum says, my story on Wednesday.
Oh, you heard him.
Number one podcast.
You heard him.
We'll see.
We shall see. We're going to try to get to it today. We're going to see.
Then he also says, trade Mason for Dobbs and a Cleveland mixtape.
Jeez. I was getting rid of my man. That's your man. That's rough. I'm going to beat up on my man Mason like that.
He's got three more here. Moats and Deke, another outdoor live show. He's going for it.
All right.
We might have some stuff in the works here.
We got some foundation stuff getting planted. Absolutely.
He says, can I email y'all the Upper Room Anthem preview?
Yeah. Moatsiswinners@gmail.com. He said the Anthem preview.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess he's working on something.
Okay. He's in the lab cooking.
Yeah.
He's in the lab cooking. All right.
Last one for Fish Momentum. Deke, you need some milk. Movie nights with Moats. What's that from?
Oh, it's because we was talking about you not watching the movies.
Huh?
No. When you, what was the movie you said you didn't see? Coming to America. That's what it was. Yeah. So that's what that was from.
Okay.
It's not from the movie, but that's what he was talking about when he said you need some milk. You know what I'm saying? Get you a movie night, because you haven't seen that movie. That's why. Yeah.
I think this is the last one.
I believe so. We should be caught up on Monday's Supers. And then we can get to today's Supers, because y'all already palling in here as well. Salute y'all also.
Damon Brown, I surely hope someone on the O-line is watching this.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation over there on the offensive line right now, man. Very interesting group. But today, first work day, not the first work day, but the first on-field day for the team for this week, because this is their mock game week based on what Coach Tomlin said. So Monday they came in, obviously watched the film and stuff like that. That's when we had the Kendrick Green audio, or not audio, but when he was, being very transparent and candid about his meeting with, the team and coach and, his performance. Off yesterday, which was Tuesday, and then today they're out there full work day, normal work day, which is good. So in that capacity, though, I do think that it's a good situation for this offensive line, though, man, to just get a chance to take the corrections and the criticism that was given to them on Monday. Now they can take that and actually go out here and start to show where they're growing, show where they're getting better at, because we haven't had that opportunity just yet. After the first preseason game, you went back to a training camp setting, and it's a very different approach when you're talking about training camp and in terms of correcting some of the mistakes and just the focus on those. That first week after that first preseason game is talked about, but you still treat that next week like it's regular training camp. So you're not doing a lot of, hey, let's correct this. It's more so, hey, man, this is the new thing we're installing. This is the new thing we're trying to see. This is the new look we're trying to play. Whereas right now, this is truly mock game week. So Monday was all film review. Tuesday, you sit on that thing. You figure out in your mind, all right, when I go back out there on Wednesday, if I had 5 mistakes, I need to be good on at least 3 of them. And now today is that day where you get to actually come out there and show it. When you talk about this practice, where it's going to be set up, Coach Tom is going to have certain plays where these guys messed up at was that Saturday? And they're going to have those plays sprinkled in at various parts of this practice. So he's going to see if you're making the same mistake. Because if you're making the same mistake over and over and over, well, now it's telling me that, hey, man, you're just not capable of doing this, or you just don't have a desire to do this. So either way, it lets me know that I need to move in a different direction. So that's the beauty of this week for that offensive line. They're going to get that chance to feel that pressure, to feel the intensity from Coach Tomlin. Usually he's like that in the regular season, but I guess the way that they played on Saturday warranted him getting a little, in-season action during the preseason. So, yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I would agree, though. It definitely was warranted, man, without a doubt.
The silver lining is this is a good early test before the regular season actually starts, because you went up against a team with a lot of young talent on defense, and they're ones.
Absolutely, man.
So, that's pretty much what you're going to be going up against in the regular season, outside of maybe some more advanced play calls.
And the caveat also with the advanced play calls is there was no schematics done to protect the offensive line, except, like I said, when Kenny came in. Those 2 series were the only series where we saw Matt Canada actually do things, whether you're talking moving the pocket, rolling out, quick game, tempo, to combat that rush. And it's reminiscent of what we would see at times last year when Seven would do the hurry-up offense, and that would be the best drives because the offensive line had that pressure taken off of them. The D-line would get tired. It forces that D-line to stay out there 4, 5, 6 plays consecutively, and it's very hard to sub guys on and off the field. So it beneficial. We talked about this on Monday as well, but those are some of the things where it's like if you're Matt Canada and you know this O-line could struggle, or if you know this O-line has particularly bad matchups, Dan Moore versus Josh Allen, we saw early on, this is a bad matchup. Those are the adjustments that they'll be able to go to. They'll be able to bring in, like we talked about on Monday, man, guys in that C area, right, the tight end area and stuff like that, just to help them. So I also feel the silver lining with that as well. It's like, man, you have a couple of other things in your tool bag that'll help you out when the regular season gets here. But for the preseason, Coach Simon, he is. He's like, we don't do all that game plan and stuff. We not helping you out. Go out there and execute. Yeah.
What was that from? Was that the last super chat from Monday?
What you mean?
We just got off that tangent with the O-line.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
now we're caught up. Calm on year, right? Happy
okay.
hump day?
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy hump day, fellas. Who's going to be QB2 and RB2? Mitch and Jalen Moore.
Oh, man. I'm going Kenny and Benny Snell.
I mean,
I feel like it'll be either or, right? We both can't be wrong.
Right. I guess
we both can't be wrong. You imagine if we're both wrong? We both can't be wrong. At least not with the QB2 part. We can't be wrong there. If you said Mitch and I said Kenny, if both of us are wrong, that means
it's Mason and then it's McFarland.
I don't see how that works.
Anyone picking that duo in the chat?
I don't
Anyone
know.
got the Mason McFarland on their bingo card out there?
Oh, man. That's a bold move. It's a bold move. Not so much the McFarland. I don't think he can live as a 2. I don't know. We will see, though, because we did.
Is he just talking in general, or is he saying week 1? Because I think your chances.
I took it as week 1.
Because your chances are better week 1, I think.
Yeah, I took it as week 1.
I'm thinking just in general for the season. We're gonna look back and remember who was QB2, RB2, Mitch and Jalen Moore.
Okay, all right.
We'll see.
For better or worse, then. All right.
Cal Gredja joining the upper room.
Shout out to Cal Gredja and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We appreciate you joining the family, baby. Yes, sir.
Q. Jannard Avery getting cut is very surprising and questionable. Just like last year with Quincy Roche.
Yeah, 100%. I was absolutely shocked when I saw that. I'm sitting here like, bro, is there something going on behind the scenes that I do not know? Like the Melvin Ingram thing, right? Because like when that happened, we was always like, bro, what's happening here? Like clearly you are the 3rd best linebacker. Why are they moving you in Ingram's situation? And then even in this, because when you go back and you watch these dudes again, Jannard, man, you could see the flash. And the biggest criticism or critique that I had of his performance was him losing contain. But I still look at that as a positive because at least he's able to generate enough pressure in a hurry to make the quarterback feel like he has to escape the pocket. Because that first week, when there was no TJ and there was no Alex Highsmith out there, we didn't have any type of rush going on. And then also when you're talking about a guy losing contain, that's an easy coaching fix because it's a simple communication of, hey, to your D lineman, your D tackle, whether this is Cam Hayward, Montravius Adams, DeMarvin Leal and company, I'm going inside, cover me. It is that simple. And now this guy knows as soon as I see you flash, I'm looping around to protect you. So to me, I'm like, man, that's not enough for you to release a guy. When I watch him play, I'm like, his effort is good. I look at the first step. I look at the burst, and I'm like, yeah, you're a little rusty in terms of your hand placement, but you played 2 years, in Cleveland as an edge, and then the previous 2 years you were off ball. So it's going to be an adjustment period. The only thing that I came back to was the amount of time that he's missed. Because he did miss a substantial amount of training camp time.
Maybe he's got another little injury going on, too.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, like, okay, you missed that much time in camp. You played the game. Did you get hurt in the game and we didn't know it? Maybe that's it. Because other than that, I'm like, I don't see how you're comfortable right now with your roster being. And let me pull up. I want to make sure I got the exact depth chart.
Tuska,
It's Hamilcar, and, oh, my God, I'm drawing a blank on the other dude. Oh, man.
Scott.
Yeah, Delonte Scott. And is my boy Rondell Carter. He's still in that room.
He didn't get cut?
Yeah, he's still in that room. So right now, as we stand here today, Alex Highsmith still dealing with the rib injury. We're seeing is TJ starting with Derek Tuska right now. And Hamilcar, Rondell Carter, or Delonte Scott.
He was getting some first-team reps, apparently.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, that's who you're rolling with going into a game. I'm personally not comfortable with that. And then even when I think of, okay, at least we would have TJ in the scenario, but what happens if it ever flipped and it wasn't TJ out there? Now I'm over here about to throw up a mouth. That's when I'm thinking about that particular group right now, I feel like they're missing a little bit more of a higher end 3, somebody that gives you just a lot more confidence because there's not a lot of in-stadium experience with those guys. Not saying that they can't develop into that, but just based on what we've seen in the 2 preseason games.
And last year,
yes, they have limitations. And when you're talking about coming into a season where one guy's already leaking, Highsmith been out for 2 weeks now with his rib.
I watched his interview today. They asked him about week 1. He said, yeah, but he took a couple seconds before he answered it.
You saw it, yeah. So to me, I'm over here like, man, how does this play out? What are these looking like? Because we know it's a long season and injuries do happen. Guys get banged up. You might miss a game or two. It happens. But the depth part, that's the part for me where I'm like, I think Jannard Avery is not as big of a drop-off. Whereas right now, based on the guys we currently have, where they're at in their career development, there is a significant drop-off right now. Now, hopefully they can close that gap and, come Sunday, they come out here and show us something totally different. But just based on what they've shown thus far at the professional level, I'm personally not as confident with that group going in right now, man.
I'm with you. It didn't make sense. Yeah. I actually thought it was hilarious because we just recorded that podcast
Absolutely,
on
bro.
Monday.
Absolutely.
And you were like, you know what
He's
I took
the 3,
away
bro.
from this preseason game?
He's the 3.
We could definitely trust in Jannard Avery.
He's the 3. And that's
then we
why
cut him the next
that's
day.
why I was like, bro, what? I'm like, who?
You know what I'm thinking, though?
What's up?
They made a couple moves like this last year, like with Arthur Mallette.
I'd agree.
He had a good preseason, and
but
it seemed like he carved out a role.
I thought they waited to the last.
I know, the timing's weird a little bit. I'm with you.
You still got a whole game left.
So that's why I wonder if he did injure something, but it was only going to be like a week or 2 thing. He was never going to practice or play. So they're just like, we're going to cut you. Yeah. We got a spot for you. Wait till we get some injury reserve stuff taken care of.
And then we'll bring
you back.
That could definitely be the case.
Because he doesn't have to worry about waivers, right?
Yeah, that
with
could
being
definitely
a veteran
be the case.
How he is.
It just... For me, that can 100% be the case. And if that is the communication, then it's just on Jannard to just trust that the organization, everything works out. We talked about those scenarios. Sometimes it does work out like that. Sometimes it doesn't. But as long as they have that type of conversation, that type of agreement, cool. But for me, man, I'm just sitting here like, this isn't adding up. And then even the other surprise was Oladuke, and just in the sense of, I'm like, I know you're bringing him back. He's a practice squad guy, but I'm like, why'd you do it so early? But then I'm thinking to myself when I hear Coach...
fly under the radar, maybe.
Well, no, because when I think of Coach Tomlin saying what going into this game? Oh man, could the left guard spot be open, or the left guard starting spot be open? He's like, yeah, that spot and a lot of other spots. What about quarterback?
They
Yeah,
said quarterback.
So I'm
Yep,
like,
yep.
are you looking at this as you're not gonna give him any reps this week because you're trying to see whoever you have as your finalists go out here and really compete?
I think that's what he's doing.
Because if that's the case, then great. I'm all for that. But if it's not, then it's just kind of like, well, dang, man, you ain't have to off him that early. I mean, just sit him at home for 2.5 weeks and then tell him, hey, come back, after September 11th once we got everything finalized.
Okay, you know more about the scheduling with this stuff. Is that when the practice squad officially opens up?
No. Practice squad opens up as soon as whenever the final roster cuts are. Okay. It's like that following Monday, I want to say it is, or whenever that following day is. That's when everything is fine. September 11th is the opener. In terms of like the week 1 NFL like.
Do you know
game
when waivers were for Oladokin?
You said what now?
Waivers.
So he's going through it right now. It's 24 hours. From whenever he's released, it's 24 hours for the waivers. And then after he clears that, then if the team wanted to bring him back on the practice squad, they would have to wait, obviously, until it got down to the 53-man roster. Right now, it had to be at, I think it's 80 guys. So they can't bring anyone else back without releasing somebody until they get down to that 53, and then they'll have that designated practice squad.
Right. After
that, that's when, a Chris Oladokin or a Tyler Vaughns or any of these guys that were saying that, hey, man, we think they're good and can help us, but we don't think they'll make this roster active right now. That's when you'll start seeing some of that stuff.
Vaughns might get picked up on another team.
No, it's a possibility, man. It is.
Vaughns. Who else is like kind of on that borderline? Sims, I don't know about Sims. Maybe.
Well, think about this.
We got a lot of wide receiver
I'll throw
depth.
These 4 names
even
out
corners.
Here. Steven Sims, Miles Boykin, Gunnar Olszewski, and Tyler Vaughns. If any of those 4 were to get cut, do you think they get picked up? Because
Gunnar for sure.
Well, because those are the 4 that I kind of think of. If you want to throw Calvin Austin in there, I don't think he's in that conversation. No. I think he's safe. So those would be the 4 like legit names.
Boykin too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's why I threw him in. He was in that. Yeah.
And I think Vaughns or Sims would get. I mean, they'd be getting looks. I don't know if they're going to get picked up on someone's active roster, but I mean, they're going to be on someone's practice squad, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Sims, he's been in the league for a little bit though too.
Yeah.
Did they change the practice squad rules? Back to what it initially was, because they
I don't know, because
they've
been having the veteran dudes these past 2 years, but I know that was like in relation to COVID, so I have to look into that.
Yeah.
I like it though. I like it. All right. That's good.
Outside of them two, I mean, no surprises.
Yeah.
Because you had the backup kicker, of course, he's getting cut.
Right.
Mateo Durant, he's got outplayed by Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
That was going to happen. I didn't know if it was going to be sooner or later, but no surprise there. And then it was like 10th receiver on a depth chart. What was his name? I can't remember. Christian Lake, was that it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot your name.
He didn't play a lot though, bro. He wasn't out there a lot.
But yeah, that made sense too, because we're talking about 4 or 5 guys that are ahead of him that are kind of on the borderline as well, and we're talking about them getting picked up by the teams.
Christian Blake, Mateo Durant, Chris Oladukin, Nick Skiba, and Jannard Avery. Yeah.
Avery, surprise. Oladokin. Surprise, not surprise.
It was more so the timing of it more than anything. Yeah.
Just kind of out of nowhere. Yeah, Steelers making moves.
This is true. All right, let's see what else we got over here, man. We got is that Kit? Oh, no, that's the one you just read. All right.
That was Q.
Yeah.
Big Zay, 2 X's.
Let's go.
MT.
Mike
Tomlin. If it's neck and neck, he takes the young guy. KP8.
Nah, that's always what he said. And that's across the board. Absolutely.
I'm actually kind of surprised, coming off of that Monday podcast. He does his interviews or press conference. I don't know if it was that Monday night or if it was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But Brooke Pryor asked him the question about, is the quarterback competition still in play for this final preseason game? He said yes. I was kind of shocked right there. But not at the same time, because I don't know what Tomlin's thinking.
Yeah.
Actually, in the back of his mind, does he still think it's Mitch's to lose? Like, he's really got to screw this up. But I just like him throwing it out there. Like, Mitch, maybe up to this point you thought you had it locked up. It ain't locked up, though. We see how Kenny Pickett's performing. Go out there and do it again.
Pickett, and Mason Rudolph as well.
Keep doing it again.
I think all 3 of these dudes, and we talked about this on Monday, all 3 of these dudes showed that you can win with them. They all showed whatever it is that you're looking for in quarterbacks at various points in this preseason. I think it's, like I said, it's a great situation to be in if you're Coach Tomlin, if you're the Steelers. It'd just be interesting to see how he handles it, because we've never seen this team have just 3 preseason games. They've had 4, they've had 5, but never just 3. So does he handle this like a true traditional mock preseason game where you play your starters into the half and all that other stuff? Or are you treating this like it's the final preseason game and you give those guys, a series or two tops, and now you're taking them out and getting everybody else reps? That's the part for me where I want to see, man, because I think that'll tell us a lot in terms of how open the competition really is. If Mitch goes out there and he plays the first series and he's in a hat after that, the competition's not open. If Mitch were to go out there and play a couple of series, now Kenny or Mason gets a couple of series right after that, and then the other guy, it's like, okay, this is more legitimate. But it's those type of things where, like I said, for me, I just don't know, because in Pittsburgh, we haven't had just 3 preseason games just yet. COVID then changed all of that for us.
Or had to worry about any of this quarterback competition stuff, really.
Yeah, so that's the part where it's like, we'll see how they handle it, but that would tell us a lot of information, man. But, he was very, and the thing was, he didn't even elaborate, and that was the other part. Coach Tom is very, very smart with how he addressed the media. Gives you just enough, but not enough. It was like, all right.
Yeah, because I saw Mitch's interview today. He has no clue.
Yeah, he didn't give us
enough. He has no clue about anything.
Yeah.
They're like, what are your expectations for this week? He's like, I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
I'm starting the game. I'll get X amount of series.
Mm-hmm.
Are you quarterback 1 heading into week 1? I don't know.
It's like, bro, no one knows.
I'm guessing right now, but I know I'm starting the practice off.
Yeah.
That's all I know right now.
Mm-hmm. But part of that also is by Coach Thomas' design, because if I don't tell you, you can't communicate that with the media because you don't know it. And it is some of that stuff that is by design, man.
Well,
but
he's playing games with the media a little bit too.
What? And you even heard when he was talking, they would ask him, he's like, I'm not telling you that. I'm not going to get, when he was asking more about the technical stuff, that he was, I'm not going to talk about specifically what I talked about. I'm not going to go there.
I don't make messages, or what was it? I don't send messages.
I make moves. You're like, bro, you're not giving us, you're giving it, but you're not giving it. You're just giving enough so we can all right, it's something there. We don't know how significant it is. Yeah.
Solo 1. Hello, guys. Okay, I watched the last game. And again, and watch some of the film on KG. Wow, you guys were so right about his lacking at left guard. I'm now thinking KD is the better option. Deke, you were right. Of course.
Talk to him, man.
You're just coming around to it.
Nostradamus, right? Yeah.
So he wanted Green over Dotson.
I mean, there was a faction that were excited about Kendrick Green moving to guard. I get it.
I was stunned at the time they were trying to do it.
Yeah, I was not a fan of it, but his heart's in the right place.
Not that he was switching a guard, but more of him being in an actual competition with Dotson. I was this is disrespect to Dotson.
You heard that was the first thing I said. It's only a competition, and Dotson makes it a competition.
Because
I don't see it. Yeah,
whatever. He could be a backup, show some versatility, but I don't even know if that's good enough at this point.
Well, because
if someone gets injured, we got to play him.
Yeah,
and
where are you
I don't know if that's good enough.
Yeah, where do you put him at? Do you put him at center or do you put him at guard? Because it's not I don't think it's necessarily all the way fundamental. We talked about that. At times, it's like, man, you're small. So when you're a small player and you're getting bullied, it makes you lose your technique at times because you're trying to say, okay, let me overcompensate for this. Let me lunge. Let me reach. Let me put my head out that thing. And now, a guy makes you miss and it looks bad. You're like frozen. And the words, I forgot what he said, was a blocking nobody or blocking a shadow or something like that. I forgot whoever said it the other day. But yeah.
Breaking news.
All right, here we go. Talk to me.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers signed
Jernard
Avery.
That. Yeah. Yep. It makes sense, man. I'm telling you, like I said, unless if it wasn't that agreement that you was talking about, Deke,
it didn't happen, obviously.
I don't get it. Because to me, Jernard is our third best. Well, he was our third best outside linebacker. That's how I felt about it, man. I'm shocked. I am. But it's a part of it, man. It's a part of it. The team, they have their own method. They
better have a big move in the wings right here.
I'm trusting the Steelers or trusting in Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan.
Yeah.
This is a test. We'll see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm very uneasy about that situation right now.
Okay. I got a little explanation from Tomlin too.
Okay.
It was roster reductions. We make decisions based on what we think positions us to put together the best 53. And we're appreciative of his efforts, but we made the decision to move on.
So he basically told us nothing.
Right.
Yeah. The usual.
Wow. I mean, it's a red flag if he's getting picked up literally within
24 hours.
24 hours.
The move was made, what?
To
was it last
Super Bowl contender
and
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Dude, no. It might have just been, he might have just cleared because it's 4, or he didn't have to clear waivers, but I'm wondering because it's 4 o'clock. No, are you sure he doesn't have to clear waivers?
I read something that said he's so far in the game as a veteran that he doesn't have to worry about waivers. I could be wrong.
No. You're right. This is 4. So he has 4 credit seasons. Yeah, as long as it's 4 credit seasons, he's good. I wasn't sure if he had the 4, but you're right. He was 2 years in Philly, 2 years in Cleveland, so he's good. Yeah.
So maybe a deal was in place between him and the Steelers. It's just that an offer came in real quick, and he didn't want to wait around.
I've seen these scenarios happen. We've seen these scenarios happen, man. It can happen because it's a trust on both ends. I've seen it where the player, and this is not the situation because we don't have the information, but just context. I've seen the scenario where the player, you have the agreement and they switch it up. I mean, Tyson did it, right? Tyson with Jacksonville.
Right.
Yeah, so it happens. But then I've also seen it where you think you're coming back and that team is like, no, we don't actually need you anymore. And now you're stuck. I've seen that as well, man.
Right,
so yeah,
right.
it happens,
for
bro.
Avery, who knows who gets cut between this last preseason game and when cuts actually have to happen.
Yeah.
And Steelers see an outside linebacker.
And that changes everything.
Screw Avery, we're picking this guy up.
And then we'll be over here like, hey, man, it's business.
Right.
So, yeah, if you're Jannard, it's like, I get it. I definitely do, man. And you got to think, he doesn't have this long relationship with the organization. So there isn't this trust. He's been here since March when we signed him. So, yeah, not a lot of, positive equity built up between those two.
Jesus Pacheco. Yo, Moats, give Deke some of that good. My boy be stressing and getting angry on Madden. That ain't good for the soul. Prayers for Deke. #Tagrity.
You know I got him. You know if he ever wants to become plant-based like yours truly, I'm a phone call away. I'm a text away. Deke, you ain't got to text me, Deke. Sometimes I just think of you, Sometimes I just think you, and I'm like, Deke deserves a plant. I like plants. Let me get him a plant. I'm a plant guy. You see I got plants all in the house, man.
I do.
Yeah, I'm a plant guy, man.
You named him and everything.
Come on, bro. If you don't name them, do they really exist? Are they really your plants, bro? Come on, man. They got to matter.
Fair. Big Zay. Well, to go back to his comment though, it's a hellhole right now. It's really bad.
I love the honesty.
Let me give you perspective right now of what I'm dealing with. I don't want to go too much into this because I don't want to bore people here. But so right now, my starting corner is Akella Witherspoon. His card has like an 80 or an 81 speed. I'm also starting Mike Hilton out there. He's like an 80 or an 81 as well.
Yeah.
I'm going up against receivers at this point, 86, 87 speed. So for perspective, this is basically like me. Let's say it's the end of the game. I have 93 speed corners out there going up against 99 speed receivers. That's the disparity. You think like, just because it's 80s. No, it's a huge disparity. I'm getting torched. I can't do man coverage. I can't do anything out there.
Yeah,
it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah,
and then it's the reverse. And then it's the reverse for offense. Like my best receiver is Claypool. He's 84 overall. He's one of the higher end receivers, I'd say right now. But outside of him, I got nothing. And then they got like 3 or 4 corners that are all very solid.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can't get anyone open. It's tough.
I can see it. You're gonna have to scheme it up, man.
I'm trying.
Listen. Get rid of the Canada playbook. Go back to 14, 15. Get that Haley playbook. It'll open it up for you. I'm telling you. Get that Haley playbook.
I have been doing a lot of shotgun.
Get the Haley playbook. Come on, man.
Q. Wait, no. Am I? No. I'm completely lost here. Let me get back.
Yeah, you should have been.
I was on
Big
track.
Zay _ 2. Yeah.
Ben saw his replacement is good and had to dip. LOL.
Well, that's a nice way to put it. Actually, you know what? That's perspective. See, we heard your perspective.
I don't think that's
and
how
this
it
is
went.
another perspective. Because I wasn't there. I'm learning all this on the fly. I'm just enjoying all the different perspectives. I like that. That's pretty good right there. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
You know what? There's some pictures out there. Got me shocked too. Him in Canada talking, laughing.
No sabotage.
Got me shocked. No sabotage. I think that just goes to show Ben's the bigger man.
No, I think Ben was saying
he's a class act.
Ben said you saved me last year. I really appreciate everything you did, man. Now. He said you had to take a step back last year so you could take 2 steps forward this year. That's what he told him. I'm with it, man.
That's what the true goat does.
I'm with it, bro. Yeah, he said sacrifices must be made.
He's the bigger man. He's the bigger man. He's gonna be a class act to the people that sabotage against him. But he's more about the Steelers, more about the city.
Man, Ben came back. This is why Ben came back ultimately, bro. He was like, "Yo, man, I just wanted to tell you, I really appreciate you falling that sword for me last year. All them times when people would talk about you not knowing what you're doing as a coordinator." All them times that people were saying, man, why you don't let
Charlie
Ben
Batch
call
was
it? He was like, you know what, man? I just want to let you know, bro, like, I appreciate that because I see how you working now. I see what you're doing with young Kenny Pickett. I see what you're doing with Mitch. You even got Mason throwing the deep ball. There you going. I see what's going on over here. So I just wanted to let you know, man, Kenneth, I appreciate it. I think that's what happened today, bro.
The true GOAT stays classy in the face of his saboteurs. And also, the true GOAT
Yeah.
doesn't tamper with other teams while he's signed to a contract on his current team. And for Bennett, that being Pittsburgh Steelers, he's not messing around with any other teams.
He's not.
That's what the true GOAT does. The true GOAT stays loyal.
Oh, okay.
And, as I said, is classy in the face of saboteurs. Because he's all about the city and all about the Steelers.
Yo, let's go.
Hey, so this chat jumped on me.
All right, I got Steel City 412. He says, seems.
Oh, no, I'm good. I can read this if you want me to.
Heck, man, you know.
Or do you want to read this? It's a good comment.
I love when you read them
It's a
because
funny comment.
it makes me feel like I ain't working this hard. I'll be over here like, yeah.
I like reading the comments.
I like when you read. It's like you're the point guard and I just get to shoot it. You know what
Okay.
I mean? I just want to shoot.
That makes sense.
Feed the big man. Look, you know what I'm saying? I just want to run off the screens and that's it, man.
Steel City 412. Seems Bush
Oh, y'all wild.
still was closing refrigerators with his hips.
Oh, man.
Is he that big?
I don't feel like he's big. No. I know why they say it. He's just why he's built, man. He's in shape. That I could definitely say that. He is definitely in shape. And like I said, man, he's still in position. I thought this last game against the Jaguars, he was in the right position and doing some really good things. It's just the productivity. That's the disconnect between what he did this past game and what guys like Robert Spillane and Mark Robinson did last game. And even Miles Jack. Those guys are just more productive. So, you know, when you're talking about grading it, are we grading him for his potential? Are we grading him for doing everything right except getting the tackle? And that's the thing where, you know, I kind of have like my disconnect with him specifically in that vein. So, yeah.
Fish Momentum. Happy Wednesday, guys.
Shout out to Official Momentum, man. You was late to the party today, too. I just want to throw that out there. Official Momentum. We was looking for you. We started the show early and everything just for you, man. And we was like, yo, where's Official Momentum at, man? I was a little sad. Just want to throw it out there, man.
Tyler Acuna. Shanahan offense 2.0 in Pittsburgh? Question mark. The personnel fits.
No, it definitely fits, man. It definitely fits. I think the Shanahan offense had consistent O-line play, though. That's a part, too. When I think of, like, Atlanta and obviously in San Fran, they got some studs. They've had some studs on the O-line.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean.
And I was going to say, I would like to chuck the ball down the field a little bit more, but I feel like that's more of the 49ers because Matty Ice was slinging it around down Falcons.
Shoot, he had an MVP down there with Kyle.
And it seems like we aren't that hesitant to throw the ball down the field based off these preseason
To me, I think
games.
the big difference is the protection part.
Yeah.
Like, Atlanta, you had Alex Mack. You had a couple of dudes down there that were really good on that O-line. And obviously out in San Fran, they still got a dope line out there. So, yeah, I just think the protection is different. Big difference.
AJ Martinez, happy birthday to my godson.
Let's go.
/ nephew, Xavier.
The
X-Man Martinez. 5 years of age on Monday, belated.
Let's go.
God bless to Master and Diggler, along with the Steeler Nation.
Nah, man, salute you, AJ, man. We appreciate you, and happy birthday to your godson, your nephew, Xavier. I love the name Xavier. I always call him X-Man. That's like, as soon as he said X, I didn't even read. I was like, X-Man, it's got to be X-Man. Like, this is a dope thing, bro. Every Xavier I know, I think we all call him X-Man. I got a nephew that we call X. I got a former teammate that we call X. And those are about the only Xaviers I know. Yeah. But everybody's X. It's X-Man, bro. I like it. And since he did say Master, it made me think of the film session that we did just drop, the Robert Spillane. If y'all haven't checked that out just yet, make sure y'all check that out, man. Master Most film session, man. Just continuing to give a little bit more clarity on some of the things that we talk about on the show. So, yeah, man. Salute y'all, though. All right.
Yo Young. Didn't realize Jalen Warren was Willie Parker's cousin.
Hey. Is that for real, or are you just saying in, like, play styles?
Ooh, I don't know. Where did this come from?
I don't know.
If that's the case, I mean...
That would be pretty cool, though.
And it makes sense, because Willie Parker was an undrafted free agent coming out of North Carolina, unheralded.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Warren, pretty much the same thing.
Got a little burst on him.
And he's making waves. Like,
yeah.
For Willie Parker's scenario, Deuce Staley and Jerome Bettis both got hurt before week 1. So Willie Parker came in. Now, if there was a scenario like that for us, like Najee got hurt and Snell got hurt, I mean, the opportunity would be to Jalen Warren, I would think. And you know how running backs are, man. All you need sometimes is an opportunity and some carries.
That's it,
and you can run with it. And that's what happened with Willie Parker.
Then you become Miles Sanders. Think about how he popped up on the scene. It was like, yo, all right, that's how it works, man.
Really is. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm trying to find it. I'm not seeing anything
I even
right
think
now.
of like my man Fred
We'll trust
Jackson
him
up
now.
in Buffalo. He was another dude who was like that, man. Just got an opportunity. All you need is opportunity, man.
Let's go, UW. What do you think about signing Drake as RB2?
Now, we brought that up. We briefly brought it up on Monday.
Right.
I'm kind of cool with what we have. I know King and Drake, man, is definitely a lot more proven and a lot more established, but to me, the price point is a little bit higher. I think he's going to want a little bit more of a defined role just based on what he's done these previous years with the Raiders and obviously with the Cardinals. And to me, I don't think you need that. I think with Najee, you roll with that. I think Benny and Jalen have both shown that they have capabilities as that RB2 potentially, just based on what they did this preseason. I also think Anthony McFarland has emerged a lot more as a more viable pass catching option, third down back option, based on what we've seen from him as well. So with that, I would much rather roll with Najee, the three young puppies, and not have to worry about spending a little bit more on the King and Drake or him potentially being disgruntled because he's not getting the touches that he thinks he deserves in our offense. It's just one less headache to deal with to me personally. Not saying that he is that type of guy, but this isn't a dude that's been playing backup roles. This is a dude that left Miami and went to the Cardinals and got off. And then he went over to Vegas and was pushing Josh Jacobs. That's not backup running back mentality. That's a guy that still think he can do it, that's still trying to get it. And we have a Najee Harris. So I just don't think it's, as smooth as I would like it to be.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I'll take our chances with Jalen Warren here.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to start off on the depth chart at RB2 or anything like that, but
I think he's done enough, though, to be in that conversation, man.
Man, dude, you want to talk about just even catching balls out the backfield. And then every time he's running, he's falling 3 or 4 yards forward, pushing guys to the ground. I like what I'm seeing. I mean, the only problem was that fumble and putting the ball on the ground. That's really it.
But when we talked that, we also said that, Benny, that was a part of his Achilles heel as well. So it's just one of them things, man. I think it's just all three of them dudes, man, in terms of Benny, McFarland, and Warren. I think they definitely have done a lot more to kind of ease our mind on the RB2 conversation compared to where we were at the beginning of training camp. Whereas with outside linebacker right now, I kind of feel like we're still in that same place, as we were when we first started saying, who's that third guy?
Sure. Okay. Steeler Nation on fire. Practice squad rule is still the same.
Okay.
Madden needs to add 6 more spots. I guess he does franchise mode. And be able to put veterans on the squad. Get it to EA.
There it is. I didn't know y'all had practice squads on Madden 23.
I don't play franchise mode.
Oh, okay.
So I have no clue.
I was like, dang, that's kind of dope, though.
I play the worst of the game modes, and that's Ultimate Team.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was on the video game and I was on practice squad, I would feel some type of way. Like, yo, y'all got to stop playing. At least sub me into the active roster. It's the video game day going.
Fish momentum. Big Ben is at practice. Yeah, we talked about it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Scoping out, the new wave, the upgrades, huh?
I wonder if we're going to see any tweets from BigBen7.com.
We'll see, man.
Maybe he'll give us a little scouting report.
Side eye. That's it. Wasn't impressed.
That's what he should tweet.
What if he tweets that out? Wasn't impressed, period.
That's what he should tweet. I was the best quarterback there.
Hey, see y'all week 6.
I couldn't retweet that fast enough.
If he said, see you week 6, it's a wrap.
Yep. Immediate retweets for all this.
Oh, we'd have a whole show just on that. 3-hour show just on that. No super chats, no phone line. We're just talking that. Absolutely.
Damon Brown. I'm late again. Not getting the notifications for some reason. I see Big Ben was at practice today, D. Just visiting, or is there a reason we cut number 5?
Hey, they said give him that last competition. He said he needs 2.5 weeks to get ready.
Yeah, he doesn't need any practice.
I would agree. If he was doing that, it would be interesting. It would be interesting. I don't
Hope
agree
all
with
is
it,
good, fellas. Shout outs, Trina Steele Diva 5.
There it is. Also, Damon, you're not necessarily late. We did start a few minutes early today as well. I just want to throw that out there to you, man. But we appreciate you being here as always and saluting the First Lady, Trina Steele Diva 5. Shout out.
Kaza. Moats, have you tried a mentor position with Devin? After his first year with touchdowns and turnovers, it seemed like it's a mental lack of effort. 5'5" to 5'5", I didn't know if he would welcome it, but just asking. He's tuning in from the 410.
So, the answer is no, I didn't. It wasn't any ill will or anything like that, but at the time they had Vince Williams on the roster. I respect the heck out of Vince. That's my dude. So to me, Vince, that's his young guy. We talked about it when Devin was struggling last year and Vince came up and spoke up for him. And I was like, Vince, he's doing what you're supposed to do. That's how I was to Devin Bush. I mean, not Devin Bush, Bud Dupree, excuse me on that. Same initials as your first, right? D and the B. But that was how I was with like a Bud Dupree. So it was like, man, each of us are gonna have our young guy that we're kind of tasked with to mentor. Coach Tomlin to kind of let you know that ahead of time. So for me, that wasn't my relationship with Devin to ever start out. But I mean, it's one of them things. I'm always open to talk, man. I don't never turn it away, especially from the young dudes, man. And that's why I always laugh too. Not with you, Deke, but like when people would say, "Hey, man, Moats, you hating on some of these guys? You hate?" I'm like, bro, it is the exact opposite. When I'm critical of their performances, it's out of love. I want all these dudes to ball out. I want all these dudes to get paid because I know how it changed my life. And I'm like, bro, if I got it, and I know my karma is not good, Deke, if I can do it, man, I'm like, bro, all y'all need a chance to taste this, man. And I'm always like, yo, man, if it's something that I'm saying that might click or motivate or anything, that's why I do it, you know? So, yeah, like I said, I'm open to whatever, though, man. But to answer that once again, no, I did not specifically with him.
Derek Nelson. Tomlin could be doing a play on words. Could just be competition for quarterback 2. By the way, no, Brooke specifically
it was
asked
specific, yes.
for the starting quarterback.
Yeah, it was very specific.
Yeah, she was very clear.
Yeah.
By the way, KP has only missed 3 passes, one being to stop the clock, and the other 2 were still good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I just wanted to know if we were going to do the stat stuff, just caution, because I know Mason Rudolph, when you start talking just specific like completions, incompletions, quarterback ratings, touchdowns, all that stuff for the preseason games, for the Mason haters, like he's going to be heavily in that mix for whatever you're trying to do stat-wise. Just throwing that out there. And then even like when we talk like the intangible, oh, could he close out a game? It's like, well, Mason showed that he could do that too. Could he stretch the field? We said Mason has, as for the preseason thus far, he has the best deep ball that we've seen in terms of the throw to Pickens. So it's like, that's my only caution when we start specifically pointing out the stats part of it for Kenny Pickett. It's just more context across the board for all 3 of these dudes.
Sure,
that's all.
Sure. Throw in the eye test.
There we go. Okay,
Always got to throw in the eye test.
Well, because the eye test part was what? That Kenny could handle pressure. Well, what did Mason Rudolph just have versus this Jags team? Pressure. Could he be elusive? Could he go through his first and second read? Could he improvise? Well, he technically showed all those things. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I didn't think Mason was bad in last game.
All I'm saying. It's like,
you got to give credit because you know him about closing out drives, being clutch, and he did that.
So that's what it's like whenever we're like, because it's like whenever we praise one, we always like knock the other. And it's like, yo, we don't have to do that. But that, you know, however we're making an argument for any of these 3 guys, I think we'll be able to make similar cases for any of these dudes. That's all.
Yeah, everyone's playing well. I think it goes back to what I said initially after the first preseason game. Mason had to go above and beyond.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
And I don't think he has.
That's the difference. I would agree.
He's played fine, but since we have Mitch and Kenny on the roster, just fine's not enough. He's been in the system for too long.
And it becomes a little bit more redundant with him being there.
Well,
if
especially
you're not
how he started the
guys.
last preseason game against the Jaguars. It was sluggish, especially coming off of that Kenny 1-minute drill before halftime, getting those points up on the board. It's like, man, this is more of the same. Yeah. You're throwing a slant over to Pickens. We need 3 yards for a first down, and it's a 1-yard pass, and he's getting drilled. And we had another, I think, drive stall like that where it was just a short little check down.
I would agree.
Then he heated up a little bit. Got the. I keep saying it's 10 points on the board, but it was 9 because we went for 2 and we didn't get
missed it. Yeah.
But yeah. It's cool. It's a cool stat though.
No, without a doubt, man.
Pickett, same amount of incompletions as touchdowns.
All right, so let's see. How can we do this real quick? Because we're gonna hit TG in a second.
Right.
Got an upper room. Oh, shout out to Gabe M. Gabe M. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All righty. So let's see. Because I know this chat is going to jump if we hit this phone line right now.
I can try to screenshot what I got, maybe.
Let's do that. If you could screenshot it,
And then, we'll just see how the chat is after the interview. Because, you never know.
It jumps. Yeah. At times it jumps and at times it doesn't jump. So I'm like, we might be good, we might not. But just so we can have a plan in place.
Right. Yes. As long as I have the screenshots, I could probably go through them.
There we go. And then I will start looking over here on this cellular to make sure I'm dialing the right number today. You know what I'm saying?
So you're calling, TG.
Yes.
We're talking backyard brawl, maybe a little bit.
Hey, right? Man, I mean,
maybe a little, but obviously
we are less than 10 days away from the backyard brawl. That's all I'm saying. We are right on the cusp of said game, and you are dressed in perfect attire for that conversation.
I had to.
Man, I like it, man. I like your energy.
All right. Yeah, you calling right now? I'll throw the headphones on. I'm still doing some screenshots.
All right, yeah, get your screenshot on, man. I'll dial him up. You know, who knows how TG answers the phone today anyways. It was the last time we called him up. It was a little bit of an adventure. You know, it's a nice way to put it. Yeah.
I think he had one in between. It was there was no Bruce Arian takes that he's the top 5 coach or anything like that.
Yeah, because, it's different, fam. It's different. All right, here we go. All right. Does he answer on the first go around? All right.
Yeah, I say it does.
All right, let me hit him up. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. All right.
Yeah.
Is that guy? Is that my Pittsburgh Steelers alum, my locker mate, my WVU alum, almost heaven? I'm talking to Coach. Is this Coach Terence Garvin? I just want to make sure is that the guy that I'm talking to right now? Is this Coach? So ladies and gentlemen, let me update you guys in the chat. I know y'all say, hey man, we talked to TG numerous times. What do you mean, Coach? Well,
yeah.
TG has been a little busy lately. He has taken on a job with Florida Memorial University, which I am going to have to talk to you about. I have a bone to pick with you, but he's coaching down at Florida Memorial University, man. So shout out to you for that, man. Heck, I saw you change the Twitter profile and everything. Now he got Coach Terence Garvin in it, and now he's official. He's official now, man. But you know my grievance is this. Before we go any further, bro, Bobby Rome. That's your head coach, man. Bobby,
Coach Rome?
He's from the crib, bro. Listen, funny story. I started getting recruited because of Bobby Rome. It was his senior year, my sophomore year. We're playing him, and I have like no type of buzz going on. I go out. He's the all-world recruit. All the college scouts are there. I sacked him 5 times in this game at a baseball field called Harbor Park. My mom calls the news station. Next thing I know, I'm starting to get recruitment letters out the wazoo, all because of that game right there. So for me, I'm a huge Bobby Rome guy. Absolutely. Okay. So when I saw that as I was researching, I'm like, yo, shout out to Bobby. That's the crib right there. So salute you for that, though, man.
You are from Shark City.
Let's go, man. That's Park Place in the house, man. You know what it is, man. Come on, baby.
City.
Come on, man.
You got all this Shark City out here.
36th Street. Hey, 36th Street. He know what it is. Let's go.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Salute to 7-5.
Absolutely, man. But shoot, bro, how's the coaching going first off? Before we get into the Steelers stuff, the coaching going well for you?
Yeah. The coaching's going good, man. Okay. Hot to 3, seam off 2.
Okay. I like it.
You know, I'm trying to teach these boys football. You know what I mean?
Right.
Inside and outside. You trying to teach them.
You showing them the Steeler way. Is the standard down there?
The standard's only the standard.
Okay.
That's the move.
Okay.
That's life.
Okay. I'll just check it. But here we are, man. 2 preseason games in with these Steelers.
Let's talk about it.
You know, and obviously the hot topic has been quarterback play. You know,
is that the hot topic?
I mean, it's one of them. Yeah. You know, the other hot topic is your former your former stumping grounds. You know that, but the first hot topic, because we gonna chop that up. We gonna definitely chop that up. But we gotta talk this quarterback play, man. What's been your feeling about this quarterback competition? These 3 dudes, Mitch, Kenny, and obviously Mason, man, over these first preseason games, man.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see a move a little bit in terms of what we thought we were going to see, you know, Mason going to the 3 and Mitch being the 1. But, I mean, honestly, I haven't been surprised. I don't want to say overexcited. It's been about what I thought it was going to be. I thought Mitch has been looking good. I think he shows mobility. You know what I mean? I thought that's what they went and bought him for. You know, the young boy, Kenny, I thought he came in here and played good, which I expected, which everybody should expect. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's got the state, everybody's behind.
I'm about to say the country, a whole East Coast on his side right now, man. Everybody's supporting my man Kenny. He's a movement.
One thing I will say, don't never let the I don't want to say the press clippings. We just gotta let it develop. You know what I mean? Like we can't never get too excited over the preseason because it's a lot of moving parts in the preseason. You know what I mean? We're not game planning. We're not doing different things like that. We're just going out here running our basic cover 2, cover 3. So I think he's doing what he's supposed to do. I will say that. I think he's been playing really well. But I still think Mitch is the guy to start this thing off, you know. And I'm still on the same move. I think he'll hand the baton off around that bye week.
Okay.
And we'll see Kenny come take over.
Knowing Tomlin, do you think the quarterback competition is actually still open heading into this third preseason game? Or do you think that's just him talking?
I don't think it ever was a competition. I think it was one of them things. Mitch is our guy, and let's get Kenny ready to go in there when it's time for him to go in there. But I think he's going to keep it interesting. He's not going to he's not just going to give his card away. He's not going to say, this is our starter, this is what we're doing. But, I mean, you honestly, not to say that, you can see that around the league. Like, a lot of coaches are kind of keeping things.
Yeah, unless it's like a clear, definitive thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I seen Carolina just went ahead and made their decision. I seen Seattle, they're still talking about we don't know. You know, so
is your boy gonna pull it off? Is your boy Gino gonna pull it off or no, man?
Man, that's Gino. That's 7. They starting to hand out 7s out there.
Did you hear what he just called? Did you say that's 7?
Come on.
7.
Hey, bro, you gotta chill. You gotta chill, bro. You gotta stop this.
Oh, I can't say it like
you gotta
that
stop that. Heck no, bro.
I can't say it like that.
I was like, who's 7? What? That's 7. Oh my god.
Only 1 7 right here.
Yeah, it's only 1 7.
It's 1 7. Okay, it's 1 7. All right.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, but so you threw us off right there, man. Wait a minute.
That's so good. But no, I think Gino's gonna run away with that one. And
Run away.
I think you'll see Mitch run away with this one until it's time until the boos are too loud.
Okay.
Now, we talked about that a little bit. Like, has the timeline, in your opinion, been pushed up? Because last time we talked, were you saying more mid-season Kenny coming in? Do you think now, with how he performed in the preseason, that timeline could be moved up to September?
Yeah, I think you'll see it mid-season. I don't think you'll see it till mid-season.
I mean,
but that's when you'll see it.
But TG, they was booing Mason before he came on the field. You know what I'm saying? Just because it wasn't Kenny. And then Kenny got a standing ovation. A standing ovation. I've never seen that for a preseason game. I'm not going in the fourth quarter. I've never seen that, bro. I've never seen a standing ovation for him coming in the game in the second half, nor the end of the first preseason game. I've never seen that type of energy, man. That's all I'm saying. It looked different.
Expected though. You would agree?
But it's expected, but you know how it is. It's kind of like you expect AB to go off, but it's different when you actually in the stadium and witnessing it.
Nah.
Come on, bro. It was special. It looked special out there.
No, you're just in denial. We knew that was coming. You know what I mean? We knew that was coming. It was no way.
Bro, I don't think you realize the impact, though. We thought he was going to get support. That looked different out there, bro.
I had some questions, though, too.
That looked a little different out there,
even in, like, Western Pennsylvania, the Pittsburgh area, there's a lot of Penn State people or, like, West Virginia people around here. So, like, I mean, people really came out, though.
No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to make excuses. We knew he was going to get – this is a dream scenario.
James Conner didn't even get that type of reception, bro.
James Conner played running back. This is a quarterback.
James Conner was the cancer survivor, the Erie kid. Boy, everybody loved James Conner.
I get it.
Bro, he didn't get a standing ovation like how my man Kenny Pickett did, bro.
But he played running back. Pickett's been throwing touchdowns in that same stadium for years. This was the plan. This was the plan. This was part of the draft experience. This is why it had to happen. It couldn't have been nobody else. Just because of serious the severity of this.
Okay.
This is the first quarterback from Pitt that we've seen. Like, they messed up the last one.
They said since Marino. This is
deeper than it looks. This ain't about Pickett. This is about the principle. You know.
He said we fixing this from 50 years ago, man. We got okay.
He's right.
This is Dan Marino Jr. They want to call him.
Oh my gosh, yo, this is crazy.
Come on, they can't mess this up.
So regardless though, is there a scenario where we don't see Kenny at all this season?
Not at all.
So he's gonna, regardless of how well Mitch plays, it's gonna happen at some point. You feel?
Mitch can't play that well.
Okay.
It's impossible for him to play as well as he can possibly play to keep him off. It's too much pressure. Anytime he throw in that first 3rd and 8 that he throw incomplete, the boos are gonna ring.
Oh, without a doubt, he's gonna be hyper criticized. Like he could get hit. If he gets hit, it's why'd you hold on to the ball that long? If Kenny gets hit, and if it was Kenny, they're gonna be saying, Canada, you got to be better with that protection, bro. Why would you scheme that up like that? Absolutely, you're right. You're definitely right.
I've seen them already getting on that O-line, like, and the O-line they didn't play great, but the first year they played the same all game. They played bad all game.
This is true.
It only became a part of time that O-line was terrible. You feel me? They played the same amount of bad all game.
I don't like when you come up here and you speak these factuals like this, okay? I'm not feeling these facts that you're spitting out here right now, okay? I'm not liking it. I seen praise towards Trubisky for his legs. They were like, Trubisky is moving very well. But then they was like, Pickett has no time. I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me. The math ain't math. I know you feel that. No, it's like that. We definitely understand that part of it, 100%, man. So if you're telling me that Mitch will get the nod at some point in time, it'll be Kenny, where does that leave my man Rudolph? Is he on the roster or is he in a different uniform come 2 weeks from now?
Is he in a different uniform? Who? Which one?
Talking about Rudolph. If Kenny is number 2, he's going to get that opportunity later in the season to start. If Mitch is going to be the starting quarterback, does Mason Rudolph still have a spot on the roster?
He does till somebody gets hurt somewhere else.
Okay. Talk about that.
Yeah, he does until somebody gets hurt somewhere else, and the trade bait gets so high that you have to trade him off.
Okay.
You know, so like New York, how they just had a little injury. If that would have been significant, that could have been a Mason moment.
Okay.
I think Mason's second in line because Garoppolo still got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be interesting to see what San Fran, how they're going to handle that with him, because they definitely said that it was going to be Lance's team, but I don't know how you're going to move this dude.
Right. And it's going to be hard, but they've already moved on. It's just a matter of who else can take him, you know?
What would you do if you're Mason? Do you request a trade? Or
no,
you just chilling?
Keep getting better. You just keep getting better. You ride your time. You keep getting better. You keep a good image on yourself because your next place is your place. Your next place you got to win
Okay.
At. But you keep answering questions in the media. You keep making it seem as though you are who you are, which he's doing a very good job. I think Mason's done a great job with this.
I would definitely agree. I think he's
done a great job.
That is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah,
that is not an easy thing, man.
It's not. So I think you keep doing that. And then when it's your time, you got to go make a play. You got to go do something. He's going to get an opportunity this year somewhere. Somebody's going to give him a shot because he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's better. I could see something like, it might sound terrible to say on my West B people, but I could see somewhere like a Seattle making a phone call like that.
Oh, yeah. It would make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because that 7 over there that you was talking about, I don't know if he going to run away with it, man. I don't know, man. You say he was going to run away with it.
That 7 over there is a problem. That 7 over there looking good.
Are you reminiscent or are you talking like what's happening? That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. I think in the past, you're right. And if you're talking about at WVU, Gino was that dude. Listen, what he did to my Dukes, he did something filthy to my JMU guys one time. I'm with it. If you're talking that version, yes.
There was a time we called him Gene Newton. I see that.
Man, y'all gotta stop this, man. Y'all gotta no. I ain't. Listen, I know Gino, your man's.
I was there when we had a campaign, Gino, for Heisman. Like, come on now, don't give up on it yet. No.
This is perfect. The way that Deke still feels about 7 in terms of Ben, he thinks that Ben is the best quarterback still ever, all-time GOAT status.
Respect.
I feel like that's how you feel about Gino right now in this capacity in Seattle. So it's okay. I feel like I'm accustomed to this type of quarterback love. I'm gonna curse to it. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. But can we talk about why I really hit you up? Because you know what we was texting about earlier. You know what I wanted to talk to you about. You know, we did the pleasantries for everybody else. You know, we talked the quarterbacks for the chat. We talked the quarterbacks for the views. But I hit you up because I want to talk about them linebackers. Yeah. You know, that's I need to know how you feeling, because I don't know. I'm not feeling too good right now about the 5-5. So talk to me, man. Talk to me. How you feeling? You know that.
I think at this point I'm on a wave of, I think this is who he is. Oh. I don't mean to be like that. I think this is who you can hear it in my voice. You can hear it in my voice.
I think that's how everyone feels right now. It's just depressed. Are we going into this next preseason game expecting the same stuff?
I was sad about it. Like, bro, is this really just who he is? Maybe I don't
think he finds the ball well. Like, I don't know what his pre-draft information was. I just don't think he finds the ball very well. He loses the ball in those little moments.
No, he does. He does.
Yeah, them little gap moments where it'd be a one step. He loses those a lot. And it's like, it's just unfortunate. Like, it might be unfortunate to be in the wrong defense. He might be a 4-3 Mike.
And you said that before as well. You've talked about that 4-3 for him.
He's a downhill A-gap type player. Yeah. Him having to get off of blocks really gives him a hard time. And you can see it. Like, he struggles to get off and then get back into the play.
Well, and I was going to say, TG, talk about that element as well. When you talk about in a 4-3 as that Mike, he's one gap, he can shoot it and hit it. He's not rocking back. But talk about in our defense the 2-gap element and why it is a little bit more of a challenge for him.
I mean, you got to think we're in a 3-4 with a 0 and 2-4 eyes. So you got to think he's going to be looking straight at the guards with no protection per se. You know, basically they line the D tackles up outside the guard or head up the guard. You know, so these guards or the centers typically get a free run at him. Yeah. Or, you know what I mean? He gets a lot of free runs where he has to just deal with a lineman straight up and down.
One-on-one right then and there. You got to put them hands on him. Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to survive for yourself. And it's kind of one of them things where it's like they got different techniques where he can punch and fall back, or he can rock and fall back, different things like that. But he just loses the ball a lot. That's kind of his problem. Like, I don't know if it's a height thing, or it's just
because see, like, part of me when I watch him on tape, I think it is the height, because it looks like he gets lost behind some of the linemen. And when you're talking about that, okay, let me rock back. If you don't see it, you know you got to stay in my gap. But it's like, man, if you could just feel it, then you could go ahead and make that play. But that's to me where I see him struggling as well.
Right, and that's what I see. Yeah, that's what I've seen when I watch him. It just seems like, I think he knows the defense. He knows where his help is and everything. He just don't find the ball, and which is very unfortunate. Like, you know
what? You know the next question, because we both had a coach who would always talk about productivity versus potential.
Yeah,
you know that's a thing. Like,
I just think he's a 4-3 guy. I think he'll get another shot. He had that interview. I think that interview is gonna put the nail in the coffin. He didn't really do well with that. But I just know Coach T.
TG, why you gotta be so lie about it? Just lie in that second, like, yo, I thought he killed the interview. I thought he was great. Just give us that day going, T, man. You ain't got the nail in the coffin, man. I don't that interview. We all felt that way, yes, but you can't say it. Dang, we ain't supposed to. I mean, technically we can. I did. I agree with you. But it's making me feel better, man.
You gotta just know where you at. You know what I mean?
You can't say that here, man.
You just can't feel complacent to be okay with it being like that. You know, like his sense of urgency is not really up, and I think that's kind of gonna be what people just get tired of it with. You know what I mean? Like, his sense of urgency is just not high at all, and it's like,
well, especially here in Pittsburgh with the passion. The fan base is too passionate. Football means too much here to not, have that type of detail, that type of urgency every time you're out there.
Yeah, so I think you're seeing the last of him. I think if you're able to trade him, you'll see him get traded. But there's some guys stepping up, making some plays. I like the young boy a lot.
Mark Robinson, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Yeah. He looked like that best of both worlds in a sense, man.
He gives me a Vince type feel.
I think he's a little more athletic, though.
I think he is, too. I think he's an upgraded form of it, but very physical. and he's a player.
Yeah.
You know. So
how long you think until he's caught up, until he's ready to go? Because that's my biggest question when I watch him. I thought first game he struggled with the communication. Him and Buddy Johnson was a lot of blown assignments out there. But then that second game, right? But then that second game it looked a lot better. But he did play more next to Spillane. And I do agree that helps you out a ton when you got somebody that knows what they're doing, know what they're talking about. But how long until you think you can put him out there?
I think you'll see one of them two get in there around week. You'll see a package start to get developed.
Oh, that's how it all starts.
And something to happen. I don't mean to say it like that.
Well, it's got to be the package. It's always like that, huh?
Yeah.
We just want to see him out here for a little bit.
He's already in there, nicked up a little bit. Yeah. I think once he gives them 1 second to let it go, you'll see it gone. And something happen.
Okay. No, I like that.
You seeing anything in Spillane's game? Because Moats was raving about him last podcast that seems like he's got better in coverage and he's doing things that Devin Bush isn't doing in the run game.
Yeah.
I think Spillane just gives you Spillane knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be real. Like, he knows what he's doing. And I think he's one of these dudes, like, he believes he's a hard worker, you know. He's one of these dudes, like, he's going hard every play. He's not too cool to do the unnecessary things. I just think anything that isn't what we're seeing out of Bush is seen as praise. So it's kind of like, you know, he's getting the praise off of Bush's negativity so hard.
You're right.
Yeah, it's one of the things, like, don't fall too in love. I'm not saying he's not a good player. He's a good player. But, like, don't let the hatred of one make you love another.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
You know? Like, love his game for his game. Like, let his game develop, too. Because he got some things he got to work on as well. Like, we're 100%. All getting better.
Yes.
You know? I really like the Robinson kid, though. I think he's that piece you're looking for. I think he's gonna be the answer to a lot of, because he's physical.
I agree.
Big, he's got good size. He's got a good feel for it. You can see it in his drops. He's got a good feel. I think he's a good player.
I think he plays fast, bro. Yeah. He plays fast.
Especially to be as young as he is.
So he didn't play linebacker either. He's played running back most of his career.
I like him a lot. I think he's gonna bring about some situations in there, if that's the right way to put it.
Well, yeah, because you know he kind of reminds me of the replaced or healthier version of like was it UG3, Ulysses Gilbert III. Like he was like that pseudo. He could thump a little. He's fast, like kind of best of both worlds. But for him, he just couldn't stay healthy. I think Mark reminds me of him, just a healthy version right now. But I just
think he's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I think they tried to strike with Buddy Johnson last year. That wasn't exactly the one they wanted.
I think he's a little thick. He a little bigger than. Yeah, he a little too thick.
He a little too thick. This the right combination of can he move and can he hit? Can we hold up in this gap? I think he can handle the 2-gap situation. Yeah. I think he can handle a guard or a tackle just climbing to him right now. I think he can set your defense. I think he helps in the sense of, like, he seems like he got some intelligence to him where he can red right, blue, you know. Yeah. So I don't know. He's high on my next up list. Like, he's really high on my next up list. I think he's the guy.
Okay. Now I like that then. I like that. But now the real important conversation starts, because we know in a week we got action.
Yeah, it's time.
Okay. Talk to me, because he in here with his jersey. I just want to let you know right now. He got this gold Pitt jersey on. It's bright as heck.
It's from that
Adidas logo. Like,
they lost their quarterback.
Ooh.
They're done.
What news are you reading? He just got declared the starter by Narduzzi today. Slovis.
Man, he's not healthy.
Oh, come on.
He's not coming into that full % healthy. We got six guys on the senior watch list that's hunting, all on defensive side note. You know what I'm saying? Then we got some offensive players that's ready. We got a new scheme intact offensively with the coach that hung it up in Hawaii and all them spots. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, his name's slipping me right now. It starts with the H. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
It's too new of a system. They're not going to be familiar with it enough for week 1.
Come on. It doesn't matter. We're about to ring it up. You know what I mean?
Hostile environment. I don't know if they're going to be able to handle it.
He said they singing country roads, man.
I don't mean to be rude, but the player that we had to watch on the watch list, he just got a new endorsement, a new NIL deal out in California today. Like, we're looking at them differently. You feel me?
He said he got a new NIL deal. He got a new bag. He ain't worried about
out
this.
in Cali. He's not tripping on that. We're coming. You feel me? We're coming. It's no blink coming. Y'all took the whole stadium. We couldn't get no seats. Y'all took the whole
It's gonna be
stadium,
packed.
and we're still coming.
Hey, man.
They added the standing room for our guys. And we're gonna take over that. By the time we leave the stadium, it will be all Mountaineers in there. Remember, I told you.
Take me home
We are taking over the stadium as the Steeler Nation would.
to the place
the stadium. We're here.
where I
hope all the Mountaineer fans
belong.
is turned up on me talking. We here.
West
We're here to take
Virginia.
over. Y'all got like 10 days left for this. We're
Take
here.
me home.
Get it right,
Old country roads. Let's go.
First meaningful game at Acrisure Stadium.
I just read something.
And you best
Country
believe,
Roads is a top
Let's
5
go.
be
tradition.
damn
College
sure,
football
Pitt is
on
not
top
going
of
to
that.
disappoint.
Let's
We're
go.
here. Almost heaven.
Hey, let's go. No, it's gonna be a vibe. I will say this, man. Mike Logan, he was on the show. Was it
He
a
was
week
kind of
ago?
scared, actually.
Nah, Mike had that same energy. Mike said they singing country roads. That's what he said is gonna happen. Country roads is getting sung, so it's gonna be a vibe.
All I'm saying, we won the ACC championship last year, and we're basically bringing everyone back. We got 2 young receivers. With
Doesn't matter who you bring
the
back.
former USC quarterback. We pulled off a trade basically. Slovis
you
for
lost-
Addison, and we
but
won.
you
And
lost
we're
to
gonna
AB, bro.
end of college
He
football
said, he
season.
said you lost AB and Ben. That's what he says.
No,
Y'all
no, no.
You
lost.
lost AB and Ben.
You
No.
lost AB and Ben. You
No.
did low key though.
No.
Kenny Pickett is an upgrade over Slovis.
He is.
Nah,
But
he's definitely not an
Come on.
don't.
It's not
No,
gonna
no.
be. It's not gonna be a down.
I think I got you wrong there.
Linebacker in his
Pickett
top
is better
10
than
because he
Slovis.
was
Right.
a Steeler. We can't take this. We can't take this.
You have to
and
let
I didn't
Slovis
want to
prove
put no
himself.
names out there.
All right.
No, I'm telling you, it's not a coincidence. Slovis comes in freshman year, drops 30 touchdowns for USC.
No, you don't believe that.
And then he's getting put on the NFL draft charts and stuff like that for whenever he was supposed to come out as like the number 1 quarterback. I don't know what happened over at USC. I don't know what that program's been a dumpster fire. Now they got Lincoln Riley. Now Slovis is in a good place. A place with pedigree. A place
not
that
gonna
has
happen.
the ACC championship. That brings everyone back from that ACC championship. They're not going to
One
disappoint.
thing I know,
They're not going
big
to
games
disappoint.
bring out
First
the
meaningful
best
game in Acrisure Stadium? Hell no.
Moats.
Yeah.
Moats.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
Moats. Big games bring out the best in people.
Hey, you better believe it, man. Some people get out there, it's a deer in headlights. Others, they
Most.
turn into a monster. You
Moats,
better believe it.
It's different. It's different when West v. Blitzburg comes at you. You know what I mean? We gonna
West
be
v.
bringing that
Blitzburg.
West v. Blitzburg.
Okay. Okay.
When we blitz from everywhere, absolutely everywhere, it's gonna. All right, we gonna see how composed he is, and it's gonna get loud. It's gonna get quiet out there.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because they took all the seats.
Oh.
It's gonna get quiet
Oh.
till we get them out of there, and then it's gonna be country roads
Oh.
being sung in the stadium.
I like it. Hey, man.
I love it.
Let's go. So we're going to keep this thing rolling because, like I said, man, we less than about 10 days away, baby. So we're going to have to have you spend the block after the game. We're going to have this convo because we going to get to the bottom of all this. Just throwing it out there.
All right.
All right. But
see
nah,
y'all
man.
in a minute.
And you do
Let's
your
go.
thing down there too, man, at Florida Memorial too, man. All right. And shout out to the homie Bobby Rome, man. The crib. Absolutely,
salute.
man.
Star
Appreciate you as
City,
always,
Star
though,
City.
bro.
All right.
My dog.
All right,
Peace.
peace, bro.
Shout out to the homie TG right there, man. Spending a little time with us. Ooh. It's gonna be exciting, bro.
I think he brought up some points that were counter to WVU winning.
A little bit. But you know, in the moment, man, when you're going on your rant, you just gotta roll with it.
I'm with him. Though.
Yeah, he was in the middle of the
I
rant.
might have his love
Yes.
whenever I'm talking about Slovis. You're right. Slovis is a downgrade from
Because I
Pickett.
said that to you, I was like,
But you
bro,
know what?
I was like, yo, you're not gonna tell me that.
No,
Slovis isn't done. He
but
was
we
like,
traded. No, my point I was trying to get to was we traded Slovis for Addison.
Right.
And you're gonna see Addison was more of a product of Pickett. It might not be the same out there at USC. Whereas Slovis, he finally found a good environment around him.
Your
and he's gonna
delivery was
thrive.
not as clear on the phone as it was just then. It got all like.
It got loud. People were talking and stuff. And that's what I was trying to get to.
I heard Country Roads playing in the background.
Yeah,
it was
no,
getting
it was
crazy,
just,
bro.
It was just
All
getting
right.
loud, and
Yeah,
people didn't
man.
want to hear me out.
I would agree, bro. I don't know what's going on, man. So, No, but shout out to TG spending some time with us, man. And yo, that was crazy too, man. Like that's a true story too about his head coach that he's down there coaching with at Florida Memorial University, man.
Good stuff.
Crazy full circle right there, man.
Absolutely.
Man, that lets me know I'm either getting old. I've been doing this too long, man. Guys that I played against in high school are now coaching former teammates of mine, or not coaching former teams, but coaching with former teammates of mine. This is nuts, man. It's nuts.
The circle of life.
Yes, it is.
Lion King reference. I know official momentum like that.
You are crazy. I love it. Let's go. All right. So
I have all the old super chats.
All right,
'cause
let's get 'em.
I
Yeah.
screenshotted them. I was
Let's roll with
doing
'em.
my
Yeah.
due diligence.
Let's roll. I appreciate you for that too, man. From the heart.
We'll see how it turns out.
I believe in you, though, man.
Just let me know if I missed anything. Let's go, UW. Yo, Moats, you like that film session with Coach last night?
You like that film session with Coach last night?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Ah, man. I'm trying to.
I thought he was talking
think.
about your film session initially.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Unless he's talking Hard Knocks, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I cannot think off the top of my head.
That's the Lions, right?
Yeah.
You tuned in?
Well, just from my homie, I tell you, one of my former teammates from Buffalo, he's the linebackers coach there.
Okay.
He had actually like a dope little segment where he was. They have a situation where they got a young, I think 7th round draft pick linebacker, potentially in the same scenario where it's like, yo, is this dude the best option we have right now? So he was going on his rant about,
Oh, wow.
it's not about what you done or how you got here and all those type of things. I was like, yo, he was saying stuff that we've had conversations about in Buffalo. I'm like, yo, I see you, baby. I see you. So I did like that, but no, I'm not specifically sure what he's talking about though.
Steeler Nation on fire. Marcus Allen and Montravius Adams been quiet.
Yeah, they've been hurt, man. They've missed a lot of time, and that's for me one of the ones that makes me a little bit nervous. With both of those guys, they're in position groups where it's a lot of depth. It's a lot of people competing. You talk about Montravius Adams. We talked about some of the names before the preseason even started. Who would have to compete with DeMarvin Leal, Chris Wormley, Tyson Aluwalu, Cam. We talked about dang, who else was in that room that I'm drawing a blank on right now? Oh, Larry Ogunjobi. He was the other one. And then after that, it was kind of like, all right, Montravius should be that next guy at 6, but right now he's been out, So that's definitely been hurting his case, and obviously the same with Marcus Allen in a certain element when you talk about inside linebackers. So, yeah, the one benefit for Marcus is the special teams part, but that's only going to last for so long. It's hard to make this roster when you continue to miss this amount of practice time. And part of that, I do feel like, is what cost Jannard Avery his situation because of how much time he's missed. With those two dudes, man, I'm hoping for their sake that they are able to get out there and at least put something on tape this weekend, because otherwise I do think it's going to be hard for both of those guys to make the active roster. Now, they can obviously play the game, the injury game, in terms of securing a roster spot or securing compensation. And I've talked about that before as well, man. If you're hurt and you're about to get released, man, you take that thing all the way to the regular season. Problem is they got 2 more weeks after this. That's the other issue. Usually in the past, this final week, and then you had, 7 days and you're playing a game. So you just had to make sure that injury could last them 7 days, In this scenario, this might be a little bit different for them. So that's one thing, but I don't recommend it because both of those two dudes at this stage in their career, neither have gotten second contracts and neither have proven, that they could play at this level consistently in all of those other type of things that you just try to do that's just a player in general. Like, it's like, yo, I want to see, could I do this? Could I do that? Like when you look back on your career. So I don't think they would take that approach. Hopefully they don't. But either way, both of those dudes need to get back out there sooner rather than later. I would also throw Derek Watt in that category as well. Even more so for him because he has more compensation than those two dudes. At least those two dudes are still very cheap relatively. Whereas with Derek, he's costing a little bit more. So got to get back out there, man.
We got an official momentum run here. Deke Moats.
Hold
Check
on.
out the ambition videos.
Are we sure we're there yet?
I might not be.
I got 2. I think we had a Kaza and an Aim High Bruh.
Let me see if I got it.
It possibly could be. If not, I get them on my.
I got him.
You got him?
Yep.
Man, you better talk, Deke. Deke, I appreciate. I'm about to hug you, bro. Jeez.
We just had Mike Logan, this is from Kaza, kind of talking about the same thing, how he looked at wearing number 31. Also, can we get a deep dive on the DBs? We need more than 2 or 3 good DBs in a pass-friendly NFL.
No, you're right about that, man. Well, you know what? I'm trying to think, man. How could we deep dive in those dudes? Or maybe he's just saying a film session. I don't know what he's looking for exactly.
Give us some Akello tape.
Could I have enough Akello tape? We could do something though. Yeah, we'll look into these DBs, man. We'll talk them up, man. Because to me, I do think that we have more than 2 to 3 guys. When you talk about your Arthur Milet, or unless you're talking specifically on the outside, that might be it. Because I feel like we have interior DBs in terms of Arthur Milet, Trey Norwood, Cam Sutton, potentially. Like all 3 of those dudes, you're comfortable with playing, starting, being our slot corners. They've all shown they could do that and be productive players there. When you're talking about outside corners, okay, Cam Sutton, Levi Wiles, Sakella Witherspoon. After that, now it's Pierre. But if Pierre is my 4th outside corner, I think that that's a good 4th outside corner. This is a dude that started at times last year. I'm not asking him to be our 1 or our number 2. If you're talking about him being our number 4, I think that's good depth. Justin Lane, obviously he had the interception last game. To me, he's the cornerback version, not to the same extent, but similar in capacity to a Devin Bush in the sense of high expectations, elite athletic ability, but the productivity just hasn't been there enough. The consistency hasn't been there enough. When I look at Justin Lane, I see the intangibles. You see the length, you see the speed, you see the footwork, you see the hand placement. Like I said, getting the turnover. I don't like the run after, so he doesn't have run after ability, but everything else, I thought that, he could check those boxes and has shown at various points in his time here in Pittsburgh. The problem with him has always been the consistency. And if you're not consistent, you can't be trusted to be out there, and especially at cornerback. That's the one position when you're talking about, hey, man, all right, linebacker, you get away with it. You got a safety back there. That corner position, nah. That's pass or fail pretty much every time, So with that, you don't want to play a lot of those games. So he would probably be the one that I don't trust the most right now. But I feel like we do have 4 quality guys that could play on that outside.
Yep. Aim high, bro. Says, I just joined, so you might have talked about it, but Joe Schobert got released. Should we bring him back? I mean, why not? He got picked up by the Broncos, then got cut like 2 days later.
Yeah, I did see that. That was really strange in a sense, man, because it was like a big ordeal when he went out there. Oh, former Pittsburgh still started 15 games in Pittsburgh. We're like, all right. In terms of what we bring him back, I would say, obviously you could, and it would probably be cheap in a sense, but at the same time, I don't know. I think, man, when you move on from him like the way that we did, essentially choosing Devin Bush
it's over like Avery Williamson.
It's like too. Steven Nelson. It's
Yeah.
Those dudes is like, why would they want to come back? It's very difficult at times, man. That dynamic, that relationship, the pride, the ego, everything that's gonna go involved with that. For him to come back, he's like, bro, y'all could have had me here. I could have been here, and y'all did what y'all did. You know what I mean? I don't know Joe personally, so I don't know his energy as it pertains to that. But, yeah, he's still a good player. We would still feel really good about a Joe Schobert and Miles. It'd be like Jacksonville. Hey, now. That's what it would be. But, yeah, for me, man, I don't think we do it. But I don't know if it's necessarily because of the Steelers not wanting to. I think it also could be a little bit of Joe not having that interest as well.
I think it's just best for both. Move on.
Yeah.
All right. Fish momentum, Ron.
Here it is.
Deke Moats, you check out the Ambition videos.
Did you check it out yet, man?
I haven't got to
you
it yet.
Slacking on the job, man. Come on. I have an excuse. I had first day of school.
Right.
You know what I mean? So my schedule's been crazy of lately. But you, come on, man.
I have no excuse.
Yes. Do better, Deke.
Fish momentum. Says Moats, hit your inbox for the choir videos.
All right. Salute. Okay.
Also says, what wideouts or O-line will get cut? Everyone after Boykin on the depth chart. Gunner and Calvin Austin are going to be our 4-5.
Okay.
Boykin 6. And then after that, I'm sorry. I like what Vaughn's is doing. I would like to keep him around on practice squad. He might get picked up on another team, though.
Yeah.
Don't mind what Sims is doing either. O-line, honestly, I don't even know. Holy hell.
More specifically, Kendrick Green.
Will he get cut? I think too many egos are involved.
Fair enough.
Keep him around for one more year at least.
Well, because that would be a drastic sign of admission that they had got it wrong if you release your 3rd-round draft pick just after his first year when he started 14 games on top of that. Yeah, that would be abrupt. That would be.
Outside of him, we got to be keeping the glue. Hassenauer.
I think Scott was that. Is it Oh man, what was his name? Hold
Maybe
on.
we keep Dunkel. We just signed him.
Yeah.
Maybe we keep him around.
Or even what's the other guy? Ely. He's the other dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Offensive tackle.
Absolutely. We played guard and tackle.
That's where the soundbite came from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
that's
give
it.
messages. I make moves.
That's definitely it. So it's like, is he in that conversation? You know,
As a backup, fine. I mean, if we're
Yeah.
getting to the point where we're signing him off the street and he's actually being considered to be a starter, that's not good.
because I'm trying to think guys that struggled this preseason. Dan Moore struggled, Kendrick struggled, but I think Dan is safe. I still think Kendrick is safe because of what you said. I don't think that they just come out and make that type of decision after 1 year to admit that they got it wrong.
I think after 2 years they would.
Yeah, because that's like that's like that would be really bad, you know. But after 2 years, it's a little bit different. So yeah, I do agree. But Trent Scott, that was the guy I was talking about. He struggled. So he could be one of those guys potentially that, when you're talking about cutting this thing down. Because to me, Joe Haig, J.C. Hassenauer, John LeGlue, those three, I think they make it. They got to be more consistent, but I think they still make it. Chaz Green, he's another one that's interesting to me. Yeah, he's another one.
We're in a tough spot right here.
We are.
I mean, this is depth, but still.
Right. But
It doesn't feel like our depth's that amazing.
I would agree. Like when we talked about the depth at like corner, it felt a lot more optimistic. It felt a lot more better. It was soothing. This, not so much. Yeah.
But that's why I'm wondering, like, man, we might as well keep someone like this dude Dunkel around.
Yeah.
If we're already, does anyone have hope with Kendrick Green? Whereas, like, maybe
Right.
this guy with his size and everything could become a solid guard.
Yeah. But that's the other thing I said about the Aiden Ely dude. Because to me, he did have size. I thought I liked him better as a guard watching some of his stuff, especially even going back to him at the Senior Bowl when he came out. Was that a year ago? I think it was. Watching him there, I thought that he doesn't have a lot of like short area quickness, what you're talking about, like from a tackle spot. So when I'm watching, I'm like, speed is gonna hurt this dude. But him as a guard, I thought in some of the run stuff, he's just a big dude. So when he gets hands on guys, even though he's not necessarily getting a ton of movement, he's not giving up movement. And I'd rather have stalemates than guys giving up movement. That's what we kind of run into with Kendrick Green. But that was one of the things that when I looked at Ely, I saw him, he played left guard and he was at right tackle, doing work. And I'm just like, okay, very similar in a sense to John LeGlue and a Joe Haig,
Sure.
how they're able to play guard and tackle. I just thought that Ely, I liked his size. I thought that he at least fired off and he wasn't giving up any movement. But he still has his limitations, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that was official man. We still got a
Yeah.
couple more with him. He says, Ambition Live at Rivers Casino, September 30th.
There it is. It ain't a show unless he say that. You know that, right?
For sure.
We didn't hit it twice, too, because we had to hit him back from the other day, too. So shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also says, salute to the whole family in the upper room.
No, man, absolutely, man. Salute each and every one of y'all. Yes, indeed.
Elijah Boykin, tuning in from work. Keep up the good work, guys.
Let's go. Hey, he's at work. Technically, we're at work, right? Is it really work? I feel like we just be
No.
vibing. We vibe.
Not at all.
That's what we do, man.
This is great.
Yeah.
Michael Payer, over 600 watching. Smash the like button, people.
You're absolutely right. Hold on. Let's pause real quick. Yes. If you have not liked the stream just yet, if you have not liked the show just yet, make sure you hit the like button. It's a simple thumbs up. Make sure you hit that. Is the subscribe button still red? I believe so. Hit the subscribe button if you have not done that just yet, and the notification bell. But also, we got a lot of new merch that's popping up as well, man. So if you have not got a chance just yet, man, hop on over there to that Teespring site, man. See some of that new stuff that we have dropping up there, man. Adults and kids stuff as well, man. Gotta have little options of versatility. So, wanted to get that in there while we was talking about this work stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damon Brown, I know it's super early, but I'm curious to know if y'all will be tailgating for the season opener. I will be in Pittsburgh for the game and hoping to meet you guys.
All right. So, let's see. Communication. I won't be out for the tailgating portion, but the tailgates are still going. We know last year the tailgates kind of like varied off and split different directions, stuff like that. But yes, there still a game tailgate. The terrible tailgate is still going on out there. Yeah, but for me, if you want to see me, I will be doing pregame interviews in the right in the Great Hall. So literally, you got the official team pro shop that's down there now, and you got your entrance gate. So literally, as soon as you come into the gates, right next to the pro shop, it's a stage, and that is where I will be for all the pregame stuff, doing interviews with the different legends. The Jason Gilden interview that was posted on the channel, that was from there. So that's typically where I'm always at, about 2 hours prior to kickoff. Deke, you can be down there, right? You be out in the streets.
I'll be around. I don't know if I have a specific location where I'm going to be, but I'll be around.
Deke can be in these streets.
If you see me, say what's up.
Yeah, Deke can be in the streets, man. Absolutely. And then, the new dude, Dom, he'll be down there as well, man. So yeah, if you see any of us, man, pull up, say what's good, talk to us. We're your friends. All right. Yeah.
Elijah Boykin, I'm rocking with that hat, Moats. Buzz City.
Let's go, man. I had to throw in a little Charlotte one today, man. I had my Charlotte 10s, the Jordans, and I hadn't worn them in a while. And I was like, bro, today's the day, man. So I had to put them on, and I was like, I got the hat specifically for these shoes.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Man.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. So you know how we do. Yeah, shout out to my Charlotte people out there.
Damon Brown, we better hope Trubisky starts and plays great. When a QB in the league gets hurt, and if a team gets desperate, we could possibly get more O-line help for Pickett. Just a thought.
That kind of confused me, though.
Yeah, I don't know how those go hand in hand.
Yeah, because the first way you were taking it, I'm like, all right.
Maybe he's just saying two separate things.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Talk to
me.
He
wants Trubisky to start and play well, and then he wants to trade Trubisky to get some O-line help for Pickett.
Okay.
High trade value for Trubisky if he does play good.
All right. So if he's playing great, though, aren't we gonna like throw off the whole hierarchy, the vibe of the team? That's like if you just say, good,
I don't think you trade Trubisky for 5-0.
That's what killed me when he was like great. I'm like, everything else makes sense. If he's playing okay, if he's playing decent, if he's playing above average,
you could have said good enough.
Good enough, yeah. But great, I'm like, bro, why would we want to do that if he's playing great? Then that means that we have lightning. We struck lightning in a bottle, baby. Let's go. You know. Like, yeah, I don't want to.
Maybe you could think about that in the offseason.
Right, but if he's playing great, at least let him keep playing great until he stops playing great. Then we could talk about that. That's all.
Right, because then you're talking about, okay, do we re-sign Trubisky?
Yeah,
because he's probably going to be looking for a contract extension. Or do we trade him because we still got a year left and try to get something in return, like offensive lineman for the heir apparent and Pickett. I think that would make more sense.
Makes sense, yes. I'm not getting rid of him if he's playing great. No.
Julian Davis, since Baker's QB1 in Carolina, maybe Darnold gets traded or cut because he is expensive. So is Mason to the Panthers as a backup a possible scenario?
I mean, sure it is, but I guess my question would be, are we trying to
keep Darnold as your backup?
Yeah,
because they're gonna have to pay the cap hit or the dead cap.
Yeah, because they already guaranteed the money. Yeah, so they're gonna be paying that regardless. I just don't see why you would make that move just for the backup if you're going to still have to pay Darnold what you got to pay him. And then I don't know what Carolina would even give us in this scenario when they still going to have to take on Darnold's contract anyways.
Maybe we can finally get C.J. Henderson in the building.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah, because they got they got Horn too down there.
And I could also see, if you're Carolina, them playing the waiting game, kind of like what teams were doing when they were looking at Baker to see if the Browns were going to release him versus trading him. Sure, what teams are looking at with Jimmy Garoppolo. Are the 49ers going to release him instead of trading him? So if you're a team and you might want a backup quarterback and you're looking at Mason, you're saying, hey, man, are they going to keep Mason as a third guy just to keep him? Or do they release him and now I can get him for whatever price I get him for? I don't have to give up any assets. I don't have to worry about what his contract currently is. I'm in control of all of that now. I know if I'm a GM, that's kind of how I'm looking at this situation because I'm just saying they're not going to keep all three of them dudes. Why would they?
Right.
They're all too similar, same age, price point. Like it's really redundant if you keep all three.
Fish Momentum. Tell TG I'll send him some extra tissues. Fish Momentum's a Pitt guy, so he must be talking about when West Virginia loses.
Okay.
Al Taylor. You watch any Hard Knocks? MCDC is turning the lines around. I've not watched any Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I guess I just watched those little clips of my mans that said, I forgot, but they're talking about whatchamacallit though, Dan Quinn. No. Who?
Campbell. Are you talking about the Lions head coach?
Yeah, Dan Campbell. I said Quinn. Yeah, Campbell. Yeah. But no, I saw he had like the one like long rant he went on after they won their preseason game. I mean, it was motivating. I ain't gonna lie. He
does get you amped up.
Yeah,
his heart's in a good place.
It is. He's very passionate about it.
Yeah,
he's very passionate. I don't know for me, man. Like everybody's different. I don't need all that. Like it's like there's a lot of rah-rah. It's a lot of like everything is fire and brimstone, everything is passion. I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm in church every time you're speaking. Like sometimes just talk to me.
Give me some good plays.
Yeah, sometimes you can just talk to me. It ain't gotta be you feel this? This is because we're fighting like men. It's like I don't need all that every time, bro. But that's just me in particular. And everybody's like that. Some people do need that. And I'm sure if you're Detroit, they're learning to win. You know? They're learning this thing and figuring it out so I can understand.
They're looking for something.
Yeah.
Tomlin's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, and
he
that's
knows
the
the
thing. He has
room.
the balance, yeah.
Right.
And that's for me, I'm like, I need balance. It can't, every conversation can't be, it's the end of the line and we do this because of the heart that we play with and we are the fighters of all. It's like, bro, sometimes I want you to talk to me. Sometimes it's, hey, Moats, man.
What am I doing wrong?
You know,
Just
hey,
help me.
I like your effort here, but the technique, you're missing a little bit in your details. You know, you step with this foot, your hand placement right here, change your eyes, and now you're fine. Like, that's the type of stuff I need. So, yeah.
Let's go, UW. Deke, I know talking bad on USC. Where is Pitt's national championships? I'll wait.
Ooh.
Well, I think if you go
Now, didn't
online and
Banner-
just
Banner
Google
gave-
search it.
Banner gave you some of that too, if I remember correctly. He said they don't count when they was
They count.
segregation, bro. That's what he said.
They're like, what, 10 or 11 national championships all time?
Yeah, but he said it was segregation. He said it don't count.
I don't think that was the reasoning he was bringing up.
That's what I've heard because they said if you were playing,
Do people bring that up
that's
like that?
legit the reason why people don't count Pitt championship, and that's from what they
Really?
told me directly. Yes, they were like, yo, because back when they were playing, it wasn't like, integrated. It was whites over here, blacks over here. So they're like, we don't count that. They have the best athletes.
You're
out
saying
there.
it's not just Pitts though. It's
Right,
like
no,
any
it's
national championship
from that era, yeah, from that
like,
time,
the 50s earlier,
and
right?
60s and older, yeah, or whenever like it started to get fully integrated sports wise. That is why I've heard that plenty of times. It's definitely why though, bro. Like it's not a direct shot at Pitt, but it's any of that. Oh yeah, absolutely, bro.
I just know Pitt's in a better place than USC. Well, actually, I mean they just signed Lincoln Riley. Damn it!
I was about to say, man, and they got a dope receiver.
These last 3 or 4 years, at least,
they got a nice receiver out there too, man.
he is good. He is good. It's not gonna be the same though. He does have Caleb Williams. It's not gonna be the same. It's not, dude.
It's Caleb Williams. Are we serious?
Dude, he won the best receiver in the league last year. He's not doing that again.
Caleb Williams. He's not looking like he could potentially be a guy.
He's fine. It's a little early for him still, though.
Bro, I'm just saying, based
He's
on what
fine.
we've seen, he's probably gonna be one of them like Heisman watch list dudes.
I'm sure he already is.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not gonna be better than what Pickett was last year, though.
I'll give you that. I will. I'll
Thank
give
you.
you that. I'll
Thank
give you that. I was going to say, you're right. You're right. Because Pickett, but different stages. But either way, Kenny, I think, was further along, obviously. But yes, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I don't know if Addison's going to be the feature. He's going to be the best receiver. I don't know if he's going to be featured like that out there.
I just feel like Lincoln is going to have both of them dudes cooking. Because we know that is his specialty. Like, that's what Lincoln does. You look at his track record.
He's good.
That's what he does, bro.
Working.
That is what he does. And I'm just sitting here like, if you're Addison and you're K, it's like, bro, yeah, you're loving this because you know he about to get freaky. Like it's about to be. What's that Dennis Rodman little? That's what they're gonna be doing every time they throwing it up to my man Jordan, bro. It's gonna be dope. You'll feel good about it though, man. Hell to Pitt.
I just know USC has been the worst program over like probably these last 5 years, 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Where's Actually, I don't know as much about USC and what they've been doing. I just know they've been a dumpster fire.
Yeah,
recently.
I just know Lincoln. That's all I know. Yeah.
I know they got him. I mean, their stock is up. I'll give them that. But so is Pitt's.
Fair.
I like our chances. Roberto Robles, clean jersey, Deke. Thank you.
Bro, I love that. It's fire. I knocked it on the thing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't knock. I was like, it's bright, you know what I'm saying? Just so TG could feel it. I needed
can't
that
remember
context
if
for
they
him.
wore gold pants with this or not, or if it was. I think it was blue.
You think it was gold on gold?
I did it out in LA. Remember, I had those gold shorts.
But I thought that was because it's Deke. You know, Deke is
It was
Deke.
clean.
It was, but
clean
Deke is
look.
Deke with the socks
Yeah.
at the beach. I loved it. Yeah.
I think they did blue pants.
Yeah.
I think they did blue pants. I don't think they ever did gold on gold.
Yeah.
Maybe they did it once. I don't remember.
That would seem like a lot, man.
Let's go UW. The UFC won on the KO kick. What's he talking about?
Yeah. Talking about the upset. Leon Edwards knocking out Kamaru Usman right at the last second.
Right.
Kicked him in the head. Or it was like head, neck-ish.
Is he referencing something else with that?
No, that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
He's like, the UFC won. I'm thinking like he's saying like they won it because because like some people complain about like Kamaru Usman. They're like, oh man, we want a little bit more of an exciting fighter. But of this past 4 fights, he's been a lot more exciting. You know, getting knockout stuff because that was like his big knock because he was a wrestler. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting though. See how it goes going forward.
Fish momentum. Prayers. I see my doctor tomorrow. Judgment Day.
Oh, let's go, man. Now we're gonna get good report, man. A good, clean bill of health, man. We speaking it into existence, official momentum, all right? No negativity, baby. It's gonna be a positive thing. And you celebrating with that apple cider and that Welch's grape. You better turn up. That's all I'm saying, baby.
How about this one? Corey Hewins. Rumor is that the Giants might cut Quincy Roche.
I would like that.
Would that make up for the Avery release?
I would like that. I would like that. Yeah.
He could be a nice third or fourth rusher for us. I think that'd be the perfect spot for him.
I would like that a lot. And he's coming off of a season where he actually got some experience. He was able to actually go out there and make some plays. I would like that a lot. Yeah. And you know, I was already high on Quincy a year ago when we brought him in. So
how about this one?
Yeah.
Oh man, more off-season talk.
Oh,
the season has even
I just
started.
looked and said next year. Oh man, because I got excited just like you did.
I thought he was talking about Tevin Jenkins. He says right tackle / left guard. Elton Jenkins from the Packers is a free agent next year. So maybe, LOL. Let's focus on this year, please.
Yeah, we are on this year, but I do like Elgin, man. He's a really good player, versatile, good. He's more of a lean guy though, right? But the pass blocking ability, pulling ability, yeah, man. I wish.
Fish momentum. Shout out to Allison Rooker in the chat.
No, absolutely, man. Allison, man, I don't know her. Like, she had pulled up in the chat. We seen her. So it was like, yo. She says, hey, Moats and Deke. So we was like, yo, hey, hit her with the hey back. You know how we do.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We appreciate you. We love this. Yes. We need more diversity, too, man. We like this. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful situation we got going on.
Well, Fish Momentum says, trade either Kendrick or Mason for Roche. Well, we might be able to get him for free if they cut him.
Yeah. And like I said, we don't always have to make trades. We just wait.
They just want those two guys off the roster.
I feel that's the case by
Ultimately,
any means.
like
they're just like, whatever it takes.
They need to be off the roster one way or another before 2023, I think.
But I'm just like, bro,
that's what everyone wants.
We don't have to just be trade. We don't have to do that. And we also have to remember that not everybody's going to want these people either. You know? It's kind of like the give and take with that thing.
Got some news here. The gold jerseys were worn with white pants, blue trim on the sides.
Ooh.
Maybe? I kind of want to look this up.
Yeah, because I always see like shady. I see the 25.
Man, I'm still in Willie Parker here. Willie Parker's cousin.
Could go Pitt. Yeah, they're
Pitt gold jerseys.
Not like super bright. That's like the new Pitt though.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with those.
What year was this jersey? Type it in that.
Way long ago. Adidas.
No, would that have been 06, 07?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think. Shady's 2 years ahead of me? Or 1 year ahead of me?
I'm struggling. These are in the archives.
No.
Just type in the year.
Type in, yeah. Type in
07?
like 2007 football jersey.
Oh my God. I can't find any. You see this? I'm not finding anything.
That's terrible, man. That is terrible.
08, maybe?
I'm questioning your Google skills, man. Come on, bro. Get your Google on.
Am I wrong here? I'm not.
Put in football jersey. Pitt gold football jersey.
We'll try 06, and I will include the football.
Yes. We got to be specific. I see, man. Jeez.
But you see the first one that pops up is the one that I have on, but it's just hanging up.
And then I see the
here it is.
dark one. There it is.
No, these aren't the same one. Those are gold pants. Those aren't the same ones, but it's another iteration.
Because that's
the
Panthers versus
it says Big Panthers. Those were that's HB Blades. That's Tyler Palka. So that's that era. But I guess they did that. That's gold on gold right there. Mm-hmm. That was definitely gold on gold.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anything else, but at least they did gold on gold.
Or like Google like Shady McCoy or Deion Lewis Pitt jersey. Or Pitt uniform maybe.
Dion was our first year with
Shady.
Adidas.
I thought it was Shady, yeah.
All right, LaShawn McCoy gold jersey. If this don't work,
come on. There it is.
There's the jersey.
That's actually
you want
that's
that
the
jersey?
exact
that's
same
the exact
one you
same
have.
on eBay.
How much that one cost?
XL for $30.
All right. I might have to look into that then, man.
That's exact. I think it's XL.
It is the exact one, yeah.
It's the exact jersey. It's Shady McCoy. I might have to cop that.
But you ain't a Shady fan. You don't like Shady?
I do. What do you mean?
Come
I don't
on,
like
bro.
Shady.
You're a Shady guy. You don't even like Shady, man. Come on, bro.
What do you mean, dude? He's like,
I'm a Shady fan. I like Shady.
I mean, yeah, probably the best Pitt running back I've witnessed.
He was one of my favorites to play against. I love watching Shady. Love playing against that dude, man.
I was thinking between him and Dion Lewis. Dion Lewis may have had the best season, best single season. His freshman year was unreal. Like they were talking about him for Heisman. I mean, there was obviously Shady for Heisman talk. Mm-hmm. He did it multiple years though, so he's the better running back out of the two. Ray Graham wasn't bad. James Conner. I'd put Shady over James Conner. I would. Yeah. Shady's cuts, dude, in college. Unreal.
Oh no.
Unreal.
I tell you, I think Shady should be a Hall of Famer. Like I'm on the Shady train. Like I'm a Shady fan. Like him on the field, Philly. Like I would love watching him with Vic and Deshaun. Then when he went to Buffalo, I'm like, thank you. Now it's a connection. I appreciate that same age. Like, bro, I'm a Shady fan, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we couldn't find the white pants.
So it's all good, man.
But we did see a gold on gold combination. We did test it out one time.
We did, man. All right. So let's see, man, how I want to do this last little bit right here, because we got two options, okay? And I will let you decide, Deke, so the people can get mad or glad with your decision. Okay. So here are the two options. Chat, y'all let Deke know what we should do. I know it's a little bit of a delay, so don't rush your answer. We can either spend the back end of this show opening up the phone lines, so that way you guys can, get it off your chest about things from this last game that we, obviously didn't give a chance for you guys to talk about on Monday. Some of the storylines, right? The quarterback competition. Who do you guys think should be QB1? This inside linebacker situation. Who you think should start next to Miles Jack? We could open the phone lines and have those conversations, or we could go ahead and start transitioning to talk about Steelers and Lions. All right. So y'all let us know in the chat, man, which one y'all rolling with. I'm gonna give you about 45 seconds, 50. Nah, actually, we'll give them to 6:02. We'll jive around, and then we'll see what they're looking like till 6:02. Y'all want to poll? Oh, they say poll it up, Deke. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I threw the poll in. All right, here we go. I'll just leave it as phone lines, or I'll say phone lines or no phone lines.
I'm seeing calls and phone lines in the chat.
All right.
But put your money where your mouth is. Vote on it on the poll. All right, we're getting some lines preview in there too in the chat.
Jeez, let me see. How do I do this thing, man? It's been a minute since I threw the poll in, man. Hold on. All right, here we go. Phone lines. Steelers.
Oh, it's actually close now.
The
chat's looking like 50-50, at least the responses.
All right.
So we'll see what happens whenever you
I
get the poll up there with the numbers.
Next segment, phone lines or Steelers versus Lions preview. All right. See, this is fun right here. We allowing the people to dictate where we go next. All right. So the poll is in. Deke, can you feel it? The poll is in, bro. You good? What, you ain't good at work?
Come on, dude. I'm not answering that.
Can you see it at least?
Come on, dude. This is childish.
Bro, what are you talking? Can you be mature, please, man? Why you being like that, bro?
We're trying to run a professional operation.
I just asked, was my poll in or not, man? Did it show up over there? Is it yes or no?
I ain't answering it.
Dude, you need to grow up, bro. Can you be an adult, please? Can you be an adult, man? Dang, gore, bro.
Here's what I'll say. I see a virtual.
Is it a lot of activity on the poll?
Listen, it's there's a voting mechanism in the YouTube chat that gives you two options between phone lines and Steelers versus Lions preview.
Okay, with
and
some
the
people
chat gets to vote on.
Is it kind of like a poll? So it's like a poll.
Yeah,
and you're comfortable with poll, right?
If you're referring to the political sense, yes. So
are you comfortable polls? With polls? I'm just asking, bro.
I'm just reading the
you
voting.
You need to grow up, bro.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Can you grow up, please? God, dog, man. Jeez Louise, you got to grow up. All right.
Actually, I guess I have to vote on this in a way.
Yes, man. Oh, man.
What do I want?
What do you want to do? You want to?
I want to see the results.
Yeah, we'll give it some time. We got 120 votes thus far. It's only been up for a minute.
Do I need to reveal my answer?
I've only put the poll in for a minute.
Oh wow, it's actually.
You see it though, huh?
Holy hell!
Yeah, I'm a little shocked. I was like, okay.
I am too.
Okay. That's a lot of votes. That's a large sample size, B. That's all I'm saying, man.
I don't even think we need to keep it
Yeah.
up because, like, are 70 or 80 votes going to change that?
I don't know. We're going to give them a little bit more time, but
How many votes need to
Hey.
be out there?
I don't know. How many votes you think need to be on the poll? That's a lot of people on the poll right now. Yeah, you about to get on the poll next, right?
No.
Now you don't want the poll?
Huh?
Now you don't want the poll?
I'm
You
glad-
told me you wanted the poll. Now you don't want the poll.
I'm glad we used this whole voting mechanism.
You said, you should put the poll in. Now you don't want the poll. This is crazy. Golly, man. I'm going to tell Deke. I'm snitching, bro. I'm snitching.
Wow, I can't believe it. 133
Alright.
votes right now, though.
Hey, this is what it's looking like, bro.
I'm ready for it. I mean, I'm ready for what the...
What are you ready for, Deke?
I'm ready for what the results
Oh.
came out to be in this voting system.
Okay. I thought you said you was ready for the poll. I didn't know.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, then, man. It's looking like we are here, then, man. All right.
Steelers Lions win 78%.
That's what it said,
That's
man.
the preview.
So we shall go
They
ahead.
didn't want to
and
hear from anyone today.
They say, we ain't trying to hear nothing.
Are we
all
doing
right?
it on Friday then? We did
Yeah,
it
we'll do it on
last
Friday.
week
Yeah.
before the game.
And it's funny too, man. In the midst of me talking about the poll, of course your freaky bots popped up in the chat too. I don't think it's any coincidence. Just throwing that out there. So let me go ahead and get rid of them real quick, and then after that we will go ahead and transition to a little Steelers and Lions.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. I'm definitely excited about that though. Either way, man.
How do you want to start it? You got any top 3 exciting things to watch for? Matchups?
Well, yeah. So first, I was about to pull them up real quick because I wasn't sure where we were going with this thing. Hence the reason why we asked them, But now that we have our direction, our win in ourselves, well, yeah, we're going to pull up this depth chart first, man. We're going to react to some of these matchups that we could potentially be seeing out there. Because if I remember correctly, the Lions are playing their guys. I think I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be, we're going to get good action on the
Everyone
front end
except
from
Jared
there.
Goff.
Correct. Mm-hmm. All right, so let me go ahead and get that topic pulled up for us real quick. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I be over here just making plays, Deke. It's kind of like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. But in my mind, I be knowing what I'm doing, Deke.
Right.
Boom. Let's go. All right, we here now. So, yeah, man. Steelers and Lions. Steelers versus Lions, man. Obviously, talk about this third preseason game for Detroit. This is going to matter to them, man. Those guys are going to come out here. They're going to be playing their guys, like we said, everybody except Jared Goff. So, for me, man, I'm liking this because, number one, when I think of this matchup, I look right at running backs, right? It's a bad habit. I'm like, all right, let me see what this running back, inside linebacker situation is going to look like. Who could hurt us? Who could make us, learn more about certain players? And here we go again with a DeAndre Swift. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if this is the week, if not now, then when? But I do think this would be a good opportunity once again, man, in terms of, our linebackers just being challenged differently.
And their offensive line ain't bad.
Yeah, their offensive line is actually good. That I do want to put that out there. You know how we talked about who was it last week? Jacksonville. We're kind of like, man, that D line, they got a chance to be really good. I think this Lions offensive line has a chance to be good as well. And it's one of those things, man. They have talent, they have youth, they have experience as well. When you're talking about Penny Sewell and Taylor Decker, those dudes are good, man. Those are good players right there. Frank Ragnow, that's a good, really good starting center, man, in this league. So with that type of combination, man, it's going to be just an interesting test. I wonder for us, Cam Hayward, with his participation. And like you said, we'll find out a lot more when Coach Simon speaks again in terms of who's going to get, the nod to play and who is not. Because like I said, for us, we've never experienced this 3-game preseason just yet. So that's definitely something that I'm interested to see. But more importantly, man, when you're talking about these tackles, okay, if it is Hamilcar who gets that opportunity to start, because Hamilcar did take first team reps. Was that today? Yeah, today's practice. Yeah.
Today, yesterday.
Yeah, because it was him and Mark Robinson was going to get their opportunities and stuff like that. I do think it would be very interesting to see how he would perform against either one of these guys.
Actually, hopefully TJ Watt doesn't play.
Yeah, because I want to know who we have. I want to know what we have in those guys, because those are two really good tackles, So if you're able to go out there and have some success, well, then I know, all right, when you're facing some regular guys, we should feel very confident. We should feel good about that third outside linebacker. But if this is a situation where neither or any of those guys can go out there and have any type of success against those two quality tackles, well, now we're going to be feeling more anxious about our situation. I thought last year Alex Highsmith, he had some opportunities to prove himself, and he did, and it made us all feel good. We were like, you know what?
Yeah.
Alex looking good right now. That's a step up. That's competition. That's good on good, and he looked good. Right now, we got to see, can these younger guys do that in that outside linebacker position? But I definitely think that would be something good for us to learn about, in the same vein as how we learned about Dan Moore last week against Josh Allen.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, a lot of this, so what I have written down here, I'll go back to what I have written, like, in terms of just linebackers, because that's what we were on a little bit. We were focused on Lions offense versus our defense, and I feel like it's just the same thing. Is it just bro. Not from the start of the preseason?
It's definitely is, bro.
What are our linebackers going to look like? What's Devin Bush going to look like in this matchup? They got a decent running back. We're talking about them having a...
who matches up with him? You know what I mean?
Like, oh, no, 100% too, with Hawkinson.
Because think about it. He gave us some issues. Like, we know we struggle with athletic tight ends anyways. So whether this is a matchup for a Miles Jack, which I'll be excited to see as well, if that is the case, or if it is a Devin Bush, Robert Spillane, I think Mark Robinson, because Mark Robinson's going to get some opportunities early. Yeah, he's going to get some opportunities. So any of those dudes, I want to see, how do they match it with that? Because you're going to see that's becoming more common in terms of these unicorn tight ends like this. And if you're a guy that can match up and you can show that in a safe setting like the preseason is, well, then that gives us a lot more confidence when it actually does matter in the regular season.
Yeah, because literally I have linebackers. Yeah. Offensive line, QB battle still for grabs. The same exact storylines going back to week 1.
Like, it is.
And the only difference is we're talking about how these matchups are gonna affect, are gonna be specific in this game.
That's it.
That's the only difference.
Yeah.
And it's good for this one because the Lions are gonna be playing everyone outside of Jared Goff, so we'll actually get to see, I think, for the most part, a true test.
And I also was gonna say, when I saw where Goff wasn't playing, I was like, dang, man, they ain't got the starting quarter. It's going to be hard to, like, scale it and dissect it. But then I was like, man, Goff ain't, like, all world, so it's all right. It don't matter if he ain't out there. We still get quality play, man. I think it'd be a kill. I think it'd be all right.
Yeah, and it's not like
it's not like
Lions quarterbacks that have gotten in have been world beaters at this point.
I'm like,
they've gotten around. You can check their stats out. They've been all right.
Yeah, but it is still like their offense is still gonna like their offense is what I'm saying. Like, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be this crazy. Oh, what is going on out here?
No, for sure.
Even though it would be funny though, as I'm looking at their depth chart, could they potentially be in play for Mason?
Oh, I was gonna say there's just an audition for Mason.
I was about to say, bro. Because if I'm Mason, I'm looking at this like, y'all seen me in stadium on short notice. Now let me get a whole week to prepare for y'all. What's up?
And let's not act like the Steelers don't do that.
Okay.
There's a guy or two that cooks us, and like a year down the line, we somehow sign him. Oh, I remember that guy. He cooked us.
We'll do that. Absolutely we'll do that, man.
So, I'm sure other NFL teams do it as well. So, where do you want to go with it? Do you want to stay on our defense at all? Is there anything interesting, though, outside of linebackers?
To me, that was the big thing because I thought with their receivers – these dudes aren't like
DJ Chark's nice.
Well, sure.
And then Williams ain't gonna play.
Right. And another thing was Amon-Ra St. Brown. You discovered him last year.
I tried telling everyone.
But
him and
for
Quez
me,
Watkins.
Do you think in the sense that because I don't feel like any of those dudes threaten the corners that we have right now enough to where I'm like, man, this would be a good test.
Especially with knock off either.
Right. I'm like, I don't see them testing them dudes like that. I think DJ Chark would be decent in terms of who he would match up with in terms of that testing element. But when you talk about him not having golf, then it takes away from that.
If TJ, Cam, most of our starters don't play on the defensive line, it could get ugly.
It could make it very interesting.
It could get ugly, but it's preseason, so I'm not going to be opposed to the test. It goes back to what you were saying at the beginning. Let's see what we got in terms of the depth on our outside linebackers. Going up against Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell on the outside.
Yeah.
And even some of the guys on the inside. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, I really want to
I don't know if Montravius Adams is going to play like Louderman. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because some of these guys have been in and out of the lineup.
But dudes, that'd be like such a good test. Yeah. That's the quality tape that you want. Like, you want to see those dudes against a Detroit starting line. Because you're going to get the chance to know, all right, are these guys, starters, or are these guys more rotational pieces? But this is the type of quality information that you acquire in a preseason matchup like this, man.
I'm good with not seeing TJ, not seeing Cam.
Even though Cam was going to play last week, though, if he didn't get hurt.
He was going to?
From my understanding, yeah. Him and TJ. That's why TJ was out there. Remember, he just got hurt on that Thursday practice or whatever, and they held him out.
I don't need to see them, but if for whatever, it's like the Najee factor. If Najee feels like, hey, I just gotta get out there and get hit, and if TJ feels that way or Cam feels
we'll
that
get
way,
to them in a second. Yeah.
Then let them play. But I don't need to see them at all.
Okay.
I don't think anyone does. But I do wonder with it being 3 preseason games,
and then they're
4,
gonna have like that 2 weeks off too.
Yeah, it's good to maybe get some in for this game, even though it is the last preseason game. Most people take it as like this is the game where you just let all the backups play. Mm-hmm. I don't need to see him, but whatever. I get it if you want to just get some reps and get some practice in before the season starts.
Yeah.
All right.
I just need like a series tops. Nothing more than that.
Yeah, I don't need to. Yeah, I don't need to see anything really.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they want to play, whatever.
All right. Their defense, our offense, though.
Yeah, it goes back to our O-line.
Mm-hmm. They gonna.
Here's what I have listed down.
Yeah. I
be better as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Dotson, close this thing out.
Uh-huh.
Does Kendrick make the team?
You know,
those are my 3 big bullet points for the O-line here.
Okay.
Going up against number 2 pick, Aiden Hutchinson on the outside.
That was the one for me. I said, ooh, this is going to get really interesting because he's looked good so far.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
He's got a motor, too.
He has that as well, yes. And their D-line, I mean, it's low-key all right, too, man. Michael Brockers, he's a little bit older, but he's been a successful player in this league, man. He's done it for a while. Charles Harris has obviously been playing well for the Lions as well. And they got the former Steeler, man.
Isaiah Buggs.
You better check your chin.
Revenge
you already know
game.
what he is, man. You already know what time he on, man. Let's go.
Well, it's unfortunate we can't put Davis on the offensive line and match them up, maybe.
I know. But no, man. I want to see how our tackles, Chooks and Dan Moore, respond. You know, when you talk about Charles Harris, when you talk about Aiden Hutchinson, more importantly, Aiden, like Dan Moore's gonna get a handful of them. You know. And we're going to have to see, has he improved upon his mistakes from last week? Now, I do think it'll be a little different battle for Dan in the sense that Aiden is a little bit longer of an athlete, but he's not as twitchy as Josh Allen is. But I think that Aiden is a more powerful player than Josh Allen is. So that's the part for me where it's like, man, I want to see how Dan responds to that. This might be a little bit more like a Myles Garrett type of approach. You know what I mean? And how he's going to, in terms of the athlete he'll be facing, body type and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just going to be the storyline throughout the game. Are they going to be improved from last week? I mean, that's going to be a big difference. And I think it's obviously going to affect, as it did last week a little bit, the whole quarterback battle.
I would agree.
Because that's what we talked about, too. I mean, we saw how much pressure the Jaguars were able to get and how it affected our offense when Mitch was in.
Yeah.
Pickett, I mean, you talked about some of the adjustments, but I thought Pickett stood in there strong.
No,
got
absolutely,
the ball out
man.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Mason had to deal with that too. So it's the offensive line in terms of just our offense versus our defense. I think that's where everything starts for this. That's going to keep us on schedule one way or another.
So
keep us on or off schedule, rather.
If you see Dan Moore struggle like how he did last week, even though we know it's Aiden Hutchinson, does that change your viewpoint on Dan Moore?
No, because I think my viewpoint right now is we should keep our eyes out for a left tackle.
So if he goes out here and it looks like how I did last week, we'll still
keep your eyes out.
Keep your eyes out, but we're still rolling with it.
Yeah, start the season.
Okay, because that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, would that be
start looking at the trade
point
market,
where you're
though.
like, bro, this is too much. We can't trust this over here.
Yeah, I think you got to start looking at the trade market though.
Okay.
It's tough because it's going to depend on
That's
what
I'm
teams are
saying,
bad.
yeah.
You might have to wait a little bit for that. Because I don't know if a team's just going to start trading the house when they're 0-3. Although, you need a team like the Dolphins whenever we traded for Minka. That they were just, you knew they were tanking going in.
Ooh, you can't say that, remember?
Who's tanking going into this season? I don't know if anyone is. Seahawks might be, actually. Low key. I mean, they might be looking for like Bryce Young next year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they would have addressed their quarterback scenario.
No,
in a little
remember,
bit more
he
serious
said
way.
they got 7. He said 7. Remember, that's what TG told us.
I think Seahawks are kind of tanking. They might be all right because Pete Carroll has kept them in the mix. And I think's been a decent coach, even though people want to rip on him recently. Texans, I don't know. I don't think they're like tanking.
The Texans, man. Let's
Like
see.
I don't think they're doing a fire sale of their team.
No, because if that's the case, they would have started doing that last year. Yeah.
I think if Dan Moore doesn't look good in this game, yeah, I guess you roll with him still. He went up against some good competition in back-to-back weeks, but you got to keep your eyes peeled.
Okay. Because that's the one for me where I'm just like, I just wonder how I would feel going into week 1 if I had to see him back-to-back weeks struggling the way that he did against Jacksonville. Jacksonville was bad. That was a really, really bad performance, man.
It was.
Yeah. I just don't know if we could do 2 back-to-back like that and then just expect us to, like, magically forget it and then going into the season hopeful, optimistic about him.
Well, since Tomlin said the quarterback competition isn't closed out, I'm guessing we're going to see our receivers then,
that's
too,
what it sounds
ends.
like, yeah. It sounds like everything should be on the table. I wonder
and we should win those matchups.
Yeah. And when we come in here and we speak on Friday, we'll also have more information, too, in terms of multiple practices by then. Coach might have spoken again by then, so we'll have just more information about what that's going to look like going forward.
Yeah, because my main things with the quarterback, it's kind of what we talked about with TG.
Yeah.
How does Mitch respond to it still being open-ended? Does Kenny keep it up? Because there's something to that as well. You got 2 good preseason games. Can you make it 3?
Also, who gets to start? Because that has not been clarified just yet.
It has not. I mean,
that has not been
home
clarified.
Game,
okay.
Sunday 4:30. People are getting rowdy if it's Kenny.
Well,
if it's Kenny coming out there, start the game.
My thing is, if the competition is still open, like truly,
you should do something like that.
I would want to see that.
Go series for series, something like that.
Yeah, or give them if it's truly open. I just don't know if it's really open or not. But if it is, I would really want to see how Kenny can handle that.
He doesn't send messages.
Yeah, he makes moves. So hopefully we'll see, man. Yeah.
Do you have anything else with the preview here?
I'm trying to think, man. What was the other? Just the Najee element. I don't know how much we'll see of him, but it does seem like he's gonna play. So.
Yeah, it goes back to what I was saying with TJ and Cam and stuff.
Out, man.
Whatever. If he wants to play, fine. But I don't need to see him.
Yeah, to me, man, the big thing is, like I said, our tackles versus their edge rushers. Once we can get past that part of it, better whether it looks good or not, at least we need that info though. I think once we get that, then we'll be good, man.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, everything else seems pretty straightforward with this, man. Yeah. Because I'm just trying to think, man.
We could save score predictions for Friday.
No, definitely save them for Friday. And we'll be more specific in terms of I got some other things we'll talk about specifically. But yeah, just with this particular our offense versus their defense, man. Because I think that when you talk about Pat, I think Pat is still going to be able to have success in this game.
Oh yeah,
just like how we did last year. Yeah, and like the receivers,
some young corners, good corner, but like no, I think we got the advantage in the receiver.
They're still trying to figure out a lot in terms of their defense and certain personnel groupings. Now, Deshaun Elliott, he's been good. Now, that dude, I remember he came up from Baltimore and stuff, but yeah, bro. So, we good with that. All right, let's get these supers, man. And then after that, I got baseball to get to tonight, man.
Good timing. What's the first one you see?
Should be Derek Nelson.
I actually lost my
Derek
chat.
Nelson? Should be Derek Nelson?
This one's on you. I'm at Curry, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm right in front of you then. Perfect. All right, so Derek Nelson, he says, Mitch, 9 for 15, 60%, 1 touchdown, 108.5 QBR. Kenny, 19 of 22, 86.4%, 3 touchdowns, 136.6 QBR. Mason, 26 of 36, 72.2 percentage, 2 touchdowns, 106.3 QBR. Just a little bit of stats for everyone. Start Kenny Pickett. I don't necessarily follow the correlation, but sure. He'll get his chance, man. He'll get his chance for better or worse. Yeah. But numbers without context, for me, it's kind of like telling half the story. That's all.
Yeah, go with eye test, too. I mean, Pickett looked good, but I do think Trubisky looked good, too, and Mason has looked good.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But I think he's going to get a chance. He'll get a chance at some point, man. He definitely will.
Corey Hewins. Yeah. Steelers claimed Elijah Riley earlier. How was he? So here's some news for you.
Talk to me.
Picked up safety Elijah Riley.
Yeah, got rid of
Looks like he's
Steiner.
A former Jet.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we released Donovan Steiner.
And Steiner was playing. He played decent. Last game he was kind of productive. I wonder if he got hurt or banged up in any capacity though, because that's a 1-for-1 swap.
This is a waiver pickup too.
Yeah, this is a 1-for-1. Right.
Undrafted out of Army. Signed with the Eagles in 2020. Appeared in 5 games as a rookie.
Okay.
Caught on with the Jets in 2021. Saw a fair amount of playing time.
Okay.
Arthur Mollett kind of mold right here, I guess, where he goes to the Jets, plays with the Jets a little bit.
All right. I'm about to
We
say,
pick him up. And
I'm not going to lie to you. I have not checked out Elijah just yet. This is new to me. So once we get off the show, I'll make sure I got a little breakdown on him. And when we talk about him on Friday or whenever else he comes back up, I will make sure we got him like that.
Riley picked off Dobbs in a preseason contest last year.
Okay. All right. Well,
When did we play him?
That's what I'm trying to think of. Where was he at? You said he was in
Eagles in
preseason.
2020. Dude, we didn't play the Jets in the preseason, did we?
No.
Was it a? I don't even know. It was last preseason because
Ah.
Dobbs was on the team last year, right? We played the Eagles last year. We might have played the Eagles in the preseason.
Yeah, bro. I don't remember.
I don't either.
I don't remember, bro. It's already together.
Damon Brown. Hard Knocks might pivot from the Lions to our O-line.
Hey, yo, you got stopped.
SMH. Here comes Hutchinson praying for Dan Moore Jr.
Yeah, as soon as I looked on the depth chart, I said, "Oh, that's the one that's coming to town." Ah, yes, it's going to be very interesting. And like I said, from everything that's coming out of the Detroit side, it looks like they're going to be playing their guys. So that is a matchup that we should get a chance to see. But I'm excited for Dan Moore, man. This is one where if you're talking about, when you have a bad performance, you want to bounce back in a hurry and you want it to be legitimate. So if you come back and it's a bad matchup in the sense that it's a guy that we all know you're better than, it's going to be cool, but it's not going to hit the same. This right here, though, this gives you that legitimate opportunity to silence all the doubters and prove that, hey, last week it was just a bad night. That's it. I am not that player. This is who I am going forward. So, man, it's going to be a heck of an opportunity. So I'm excited to see what he does with it.
Row S. Coach salary don't count for the cap. Bring back Munchak.
Yeah, man. But remember, it's Munchak who has been chilling in Denver.
Takes two to tango.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We can't force him. We can't go over there and strong arm that man. He said he's been out there enjoying family. That was why he moved out there in the first place. That's his thing. Yeah.
He didn't write it off though.
No, he technically definitely did not.
Brilla 92. Do you think they messed up not swapping interior offensive line like Daniels at center and Dotson at right guard? I wouldn't mind that. I don't know that where that leaves our left guard. I guess you put Mason Cole at left guard.
Yeah, I mean,
Dotson at right guard. Get him in his position.
yeah,
That's a spot. He'll be moving, guys.
Sure. I don't know. I mean, for me, man, I'm really apprehensive to when you start swapping. When you start moving one person, now you're moving two people. Now, instead of it just being James Daniels has to get familiar with the new spot or reacclimated, now Kevin Dotson has to. Then when you talk about moving Mason Cole, now Mason Cole has to. Those are three different individuals all having to handle change and do it on the fly and do it at a varsity level. I don't like that many moving parts. If you're going to do it, you want to move like the least amount of people, or affect the least amount of people. So that's my only thing in terms of like why I'm a little bit, like I said, apprehensive towards that swapping of those dudes, man.
The official momentum's last comment reminds us that it's the last dress rehearsal. We'll see who's in and we'll see who's out.
No, you afraid about that, man. Absolutely. And you also got to remember too, man, sometimes you don't even have to be out because you did something wrong. Sometimes it could be that a really good player from that organization got released and he just happens to play your spot. So yeah, it could definitely happen like that, man.
Sure.
I
Or
like
we have
it.
a ton of depth at a certain position,
Yeah.
like we mentioned with wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one last one. Row
Yeah.
S. Munchak didn't
Mhm.
leave because of money,
Mm-hmm.
but he might
He
come
might
back for it.
He said, hey, look, man, I know you went out there for your family, but what's up with this paper?
Yeah, I don't think this was the year
Yeah.
to bring him back because we literally just signed Meyer.
Yeah.
And then we get, a couple weeks or a month
Mhm.
later, the Munchak interview that released
Yeah.
saying he'd be interested in coming back.
Yeah.
So it wasn't going to happen this year.
And then money-wise, also, the Steelers have not had the best history of, like, paying their assistants, overpaying them or groundbreaking money above market money. Typically, it's been the opposite. They've been criticized for not really paying their assistants, nicer money, which is why when you talk about the quality of it, it wasn't a lot of, people from Coach Thomas, so to speak, coaching tree going on to be a head coach or a coordinator and stuff like that. That's been the criticism. Now that's been changing these past 2 seasons, but that was one of the knocks on him. So just in terms of the money part, but yeah, dude, I think, man, it's about that time, baby. It's about that time. So
Fish momentum, last
got it ready?
comment. My
Okay,
story's
okay.
on Friday.
All right, there it is, ladies
Something to
and
look
gentlemen.
forward to.
There it is. So, with that being said, we definitely will be back out here on Friday. You don't want to miss it, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in with us. It's been a blast. Make sure you like it on the way out. But either way, stay safe. And until next time, baby.
Peace.